Good evening everyone, it's Wednesday, it's the middle of the working week, and that of course means, once again, we're tuning into our favourite game is of course, some more good old Warframe. Hello everyone, how are we all doing today?
Oh my god! Wait, are they here? Kengineer.
Thanks so much, thank you. I still love that audio clip every single time. Still love it. Welcome in everyone. How has everyone's Christmas been? Hello there, Eddie. Hello there, Eliu. Hello, Avati. Hello, Maximaj. Hello, Blocks. Hello, Nocturne. Hello, Malak. Hello, Fishy. Hello, Trickster. Hello there, Fjolp. Hello, Flying Thoughts. Hello, Grilla. How are we all doing now? Hello, Pipkid Alex. Hello, Ladybug. Hello, Disaster Maker. Hello, Freezing Worm. How is everyone today? Hello, Chick Noodle. Welcome in one and all. And it's Grendel, X3DM? Yeah, sure. Alright, we've had the intro, now we'll switch over to the EDM, I guess. Yeah, that's fine. We'll just do that straight away, shall we? We'll just do that straight away.
Good evening.
Good evening to you as well. Exile, Nomad Streams, thank you very much there for resubscribing onto 4 months now, my dude. Cheers on that. Huh. Thank you very much for dropping your Prime subscription over here. But welcome in everyone. Eliu and Tally Teal during the weekend. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Eliu. That is not so great. Same with Ladybug as well. Got sick. Oh dear. Yeah, there has been, unfortunately, it's the winter period. There is a lot of sickness going around. I've managed to avoid it. I'm one of the only people in my family who did manage to avoid it. Because pretty much everyone else, in one way or the other, was either ill on the run-up to Christmas or feeling a bit ill during Christmas. And so I was very carefully sat out of coughing angle from most people. So, yeah, counting my lucky stars, I've still not fallen ill. But, for those of you who have, sorry to hear that. Hopefully you'll get over it sooner rather than later. You don't want to be ill from one year to the next. That would suck. That would definitely suck. As I'm saying, so the thing I learned about Grendel, the area 3 is talking about, is an AoE anytime Grendel jumps. And it also armor strips. It does indeed, Tom. Yeah, it does indeed. My next video is in fact going to be a Grendel guide, going over all the bits and pieces on this rework frame, because hell, there's a lot to talk about. There is a lot to talk about. That's part of why I'm going to be using him in this stream, is to help refine those details, make sure I get it right down to a T, to put together into a video for you guys to enjoy. Hello FK, how are you doing today? So, without any further ado, let's just switch that over to the friends and invite only. We don't need any randoms joining in halfway through. We're going to be going on to the sortie. We have a rescue of Exma Stronghold, a defense with secondary only, and an assassination on Venus, which is of course the Jackal with enemy physical enhancement. I see, it looks like we've already got a Zon looking to join in the fees. We've got Max and Madge with happy noises, and we've got an Ellie looking to be signed up. There we go. That's an instant squad right there. That is an instant squad. As I'll say, 40 meter armor strip every time you jump. I mean, 40 meter? That's a hell of a lot of range. That is a hell of a lot of range on that one. But yeah, I mean, that's basically what I'm using as well on this particular build. I don't think I've actually really used this build that much so far. No, I actually haven't used this build at all yet. I got around to forming and beginning to process things, but hadn't really got to the point of fully testing it all. So I'm just going to have to get around to that. This particular one isn't a full armor strip on the Pulverized, although a multi-augmented will get it there eventually. And Archon Intensify helping out on that, because you need 200% for this to hit full strip in a single hit. But this here allows Regurgitate to instantly strip, so that's fine. It has that option there. Although Regurgitate, the small radius on it really hurts. Really hurts on that one. But we'll see. These are builds in progress. I want to see how they feel, how they turn out. See, basically, which I prefer more than anything else. But for now, let's switch up these weapons a little bit, get back to good old usual crucial, switch over to the standard. We're up against the Corpus, so I might as well just switch that to Corpus for now. I'm not going to mess otherwise too much with the builds on this one, just going to do it. Cosmo going to make the joke of the title. Yeah, I know, I went for the low-hanging fruit, so you don't have to. I went for it. Alright, let's get started with our rescue. As I'm saying, the area's so big, so easy to trigger, don't think it needs a full strip in one hit. I'd say that having a full strip in one hit is a valuable thing to have, partly because that amount of strength affects the rescue kit as well, so that makes it more powerful there. But secondly, you don't want to be spending too much time actually making a strip happen. You want to be acting on that strip for that efficiency. So those little breakpoints actually matter quite a bit in terms of efficiency. May not seem like a lot, but it does matter.
for the hostage and bring him home.
Nope, I just bounced straight off that enemy. Look at this, keep it up with everything going on. And also becoming so big that I now can hardly see what I'm doing. Oh, that's not gonna work. I don't know how I managed to keep that going. I don't know how I managed to keep that from being out of bounds. Get us up the hill. Up that road.
Hello. How was your Christmas?
Hello, Ed. Thank you very much for resubscribing onto 5 months. My Christmas was a good one. Thank you very much for asking. My Christmas was indeed a good one. I don't think I'm going to survive this. I did again. It turns out that the ball here, it seems, can wall jump. I don't know why I've never noticed this before. The ball can wall jump. And I can't wall latch, but I can wall jump. That is a thing. Yeah, that is a thing. Grendel can wall jump in ball form. Yeah, that's just a thing. Also, I'm not using the catapult augment here either. This is just his rolling. Not terrible. Not terrible. And cheers on the hydrate there, Mr. EDM. Cheers. Scary how fast he is. He's a pretty capable frame, isn't he? Yeah. He's a pretty capable frame. Alrighty then, so that is one mission down. Let's get ourselves on to the next one. As also running Hearty Nourish, you can run in the Exodus oh yeah, the Cataclysm. No, Catapult. Yeah. That makes sense, but at the same time, it means you're also using up another slot to get the status immunity, which is a thing. Hello, Moon. How are you doing? Do I switch to Spore later now? I can quickly grab this Toxin build. Yep, Toxin build, excellent. So I have Toxin Viral because Grendel. Gonna be a little bit extra spicy. Grendel, one of few frames able to do that. Although, because Nourish is a helmet ability, every frame can now just apply Viral, which is quite the pickup actually. Why is the timer exactly 2035 seconds long? That is because if you get permanently banned in Warframe, you get banned until January 1st, 2035. And so, as a joking nod to that, on this channel you can get timed out for 2035. Pure and simple. Just one of our esteemed regulars requested the joke redemption. So, yeah, sure, why not? Let's add it.
Just a moment. I will self-repair.
Okay, and apparently the MC crew needs to already be talking about how they're wounded. Sure. Alright, let's try it. Okay, so can I absorb these ones? Yeah, so ones which are held by another ability aren't ones you can normally just kind of grab hold of. That's something you just need to be aware of. But yeah, I've got myself now a bunch of Viral on top of the Toxin damage, which means that my Zagara's Gift here is about as lethal as it possibly gets. Actually, redonkulously lethal. I mean, it doesn't really need to be this lethal against the Corpus, but, you know, it can be. If anything survives the initial hit, not only have I got Toxin bypassing the shields, there's the Viral procs thanks to Grendel, which will just kind of continue to tear their health apart. In other words, it's good. It's good. Hello, Juritan. Come on, come on. There we are. I grabbed a couple. Reactivate my own buff. The only downside I'll say to this buff ability is that it doesn't show what buff you've got on the ability, like a multiplier value or a viral value, anything like that. So you don't know if you've got your buff active or someone else's buff active, which can be a little bit of a problem. Not a big one, just a teeny tiny little bit of a problem. But that's all really.
Just a moment. I will self-repair.
Okay, that NPC crewmate is getting genuinely annoying. Slowly but surely we'll make our way through this. So how many... I'm curious at the moment. So we've got like 70-ish people here at the moment. How many of you are familiar at the moment with all the new stuff that Grendel does? How many of you are actually familiar with what's been changed and what that means Grendel can do? Versus how many of you are not familiar for that matter? Oh, not a fire. Balls. Drillers, fly horses, zombies, EDMs. Alright. One person has no idea. One person doesn't have Grendel. Okay, well, there's a couple people out there that don't know then. Fair enough. I'm looking forward to getting my whopping 2 views on the next video then. That'd be great. Nope, I forgot about that. Well. Grendel third ability can climb stairs. Yeah, he can climb stairs, you say? He can climb stairs, bruh. He can climb walls. As I'm saying, they climb back up the hole. Yeah, yeah. Grendel can do a lot more than just climb stairs now. Fair do, Frognav. No idea of yourself either. Fair do, fair do. Yeah, there's a lot going on with Grendel. There's a lot going on. Like, the fact that Slam does an AoE armor strip on top of just bumping into enemies dealing an armor strip. The fact that he's got scaling damage in 3 different ways. 3 different ways he's got scaling damage. His third ability has a flat amount of damage plus damage based on the amount of hit points the target has you vomited. His 3 deals damage... Wait, say it's 3, yeah, his 4th does scaling vomit stuff. His 3 does scaling damage based on the number of enemies inside of his gut. And then his 1 does scaling damage based on the level of enemies. The level! And you might think that hit point scaling and level scaling would lead to the same result. You'd be wrong. Not at all. No, 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 no. It's not linear. Those 2 are not directly correlated in a linear fashion. So Grendel has got 3 different types of scaling damage built into his abilities, and if you only looked at the in-game information, you would never goddamn know. Not so way I thought his 4 removed the level scaling damage. It did, but instead it has hit point scaling, which is not level scaling, but is affected by level. Like I say, this game doesn't want to tell you what's going on. You have to go to the wiki for this kind of stuff. Or go to my video that I'll be putting out. Well, he also does 2% damage over time per second. Yep, there is that as well. So his 1 technically both has level scaling and hit point scaling. So that's a thing. And his 1 deals damage based on maximum hit points inside the belly, but when you regurgitate using his 4, that does damage based on current hit points rather than maximum. Just to make it even more confusing. Sisak saying Nourish double dips in Cedric's energy regen passive. Oh yeah, so it does, yes. I actually forgot about that for a hot second. Am I on that at the moment? I am, yeah. Let me get rid of a bunch of energy real quick. And yeah, I mean, I'm gaining quite a bit of energy, aren't I? I'm gaining quite a bit of energy. That wasn't with any orbs or anything. I just refueled by being briefly stood in the zone of my Zenith Wellspring as well. Now this is a more efficient build. This uses 100% efficiency. I just completely refilled my energy. Oh dear. I just spammed all those enemies out and it completely refilled my energy right there. I know what you mean, Systax. I know what you mean. You're talking about the fact that energy orbs give you additional energy after you pick them up because of Xenaric's passive ability, which gives you additional energy from that, and it double dips because it triggers both off the increase to the orb and then also the increase to the actual passive regen itself. I know exactly what you mean, don't worry. I just didn't feel the need to spell it out until you reminded me the same thing again. Yeah, Grendel doesn't have a huge need for energy, unless you're trying to really shield gate his existence, in which case you might want to be spamming stuff more often to keep him alive. So he doesn't have a need for energy, but you can make use of it. What this does mean is that it opens him up to be more open with his helmet options, because then you can go for ones which are classically energy hungry and just not give a damn. This goes especially well if you're in a squad, because squad mates can just help even more in terms of energy output with various different choices. Like, no one's got energy siphon on this squad, which is probably for the best because it is overall a pretty terrible aura. But Grendel plus energy siphon actually is a non-insignificant amount of health. Sorry, energy. Kind of odd. Hello Ray, how you doing? Hope we get a similar Hydroid rework. If there was going to be a Hydroid rework, I would have expected it before Grendel, to be quite honest with you. Like, as much as Grendel was in a not great spot before, he also wasn't terrible. Whereas Hydroid has nothing going for it. Like, Grendel was still the #1 for shield gating due to his lowest amount of shields. He could make better use of shield gating than anyone else. Maybe you could argue someone like Hildrin or Protea, but they're different. Hydroid has nothing going for him. Just nothing. So, I'm surprised that Hydroid hasn't been addressed sooner. I'll be quite honest with you. I'm surprised on that. But as the saying goes, it is what it is. The max HP on health orb arcane, you can get infinite health on your ready due to a bug. Yeah, it's due to a bug. That'll be gone. That will be gone. Not sure when, but it will be gone. Oh yeah, I know that Pablo has only so many hours in a day. I'm not saying I'm surprised there wasn't a Hydroid rework at the same time as Grendel. I'm saying I'm surprised there wasn't a Hydroid rework instead of a Grendel one. I'm surprised that Hydroid wasn't the priority. That's the surprising bit to me. Because there's some of you saying he needs a lot more work, but does he really need that much more work than has gone into Grendel? Grendel has been repeatedly changed in smaller ways, and then we've had this proper rework. Grendel's first ability reimagined, with an entire UI created for it. The second ability, the features reimagined, combined into one single cast rather than the rotated cast, and entirely new things added to it. His third and fourth switching places, his fourth now costing energy, and also doing an armor strip with a more visible AoE added in visually. His now third ability, also having the armor strip added onto it, a change in the energy drain on his 1 and his 3, They're changing the movement mechanics on it. Like, there's a hell of a lot that went into it. A hell of a lot. You want to tell me that Hydroid rework is really going to be that much more complicated? Really? I don't believe it. Frankly, I don't believe it, because the Grendel rework, aside from the thematics of the abilities, is pretty much total. Yes, he still feasts enemies, but it's changed pretty much how most parts of that feast work. Yes, he can still regurgitate an enemy, but it's changed pretty much what that ability is for. Yes, he can still roll around, but the reason for rolling around has changed significantly. Yes, he can still nourish, consuming an enemy kind of, but how that all operates has changed significantly too. Like, there is a hell of a lot of change that happened there, a hell of a lot. And if you look at Hydroid and go, well, yeah, that kit needs a complete rework as well, but then also say that it's going to take that much more, like order of magnitude more work, twice as much work, I don't believe it. I genuinely don't see it. Because at that point, you're basically describing more than creating an entire new frame. And Hydroid doesn't need to be an entirely new frame. Absolutely doesn't. Also, just having a core theme to work off is a lot, compared to Hydroid just CC. Hydroid, oh my goodness gracious. Hydroid, first ability, cool down rain. Second ability, become a tidal wave. Third ability, become the depths of the ocean. Yeah, it's a small puddle because of the way it's implemented, but it is become the depths of the ocean, and then summon the power or the beasts of the ocean. Hey, he's got thematics to him already. He's got thematics to him. It's just that all of them are poorly implemented. These abilities could continue to exist as they are, they're just poorly implemented. That's the crux of it. Say, for example, Undertow didn't make it where the only thing you were was the puddle. Just have that around him whilst he continues to do his stuff. To drown enemies that are close to him while still being able to attack. That's an option that can exist to give a lot more functionality already going on with Undertow. With the Tidal Surge, that can be focused into either the control aspects or the damage aspects, or into enemy vulnerability aspects, armor stripping aspects, and various different bits and pieces. It's already one of the fastest abilities in terms of the speed it gives you out of the entire game. You can fly across the plains of Eidolon with this. It's a meme, but it's a thing. With the rain there, it is crowd control. It has an augment for corrosive procs, that could be altered. But it is there. If they remove the charge cast on it, give it where it just slams an area, you don't have to sit and hold and wait, which is a huge crutch. Sorry, not a huge crutch, huge wound to the ability, I suppose. That could be massively improved. And then with the Tentacle Swarm, there are various issues with it, and there are various positives to it. It is great for controlling an area, but it's unreliable in how it grabs enemies, so big thing there is improve the reliability as to how it grabs enemies. Give the tentacles more of a range that they can actually choose to grab enemies. Remove the charge time on activating it. In terms of dealing damage to the enemies, have a central cracker that remains in place, you deal damage to that, it deals damage to the enemies which are held by it, wherever they
anniversary time.
Yo, Ray Nuva, resubscribing at tier 3. Ray, I really do appreciate that. Thank you very, very much for continuing your support here on the channel, my dude. Absolutely appreciate it. Sorry, Electric Trickster. Hello, my name is Electric Trickster. Can we name based on many things? Electric Trickster. Alright, we'll go with Electric. Hello, Electric. Welcome in. My point is, with Hydroid, yeah, he's got older design. Okay, cool. No one's disputing that. Absolutely no one is disputing that Hydroid is in any absolutely abysmal place. But if you look at all of these abilities and tell me that there is absolutely nothing here that can be salvaged, nothing here design-wise that can be used in a rework, that Hydroid just has to be started right off from scratch, honestly, I think at that point, you're just being dramatic, frankly. If you can look at all of these abilities here and see nothing of value to modern Warframe whatsoever, not in terms of theme, not in terms of application, not in terms of style, not in terms of mechanics, if there's nothing you can see of value there, then no. I'm sorry you're blind. I will say that outright. He's a bad frame, but not because everything ever in the entire universe is bad about him. He's simply just not good enough for Warframe where it's at. And there's a huge difference between those two things. I've heard the suggestion of a exalted necromech for Hydroid many a time, Max and Madge. That would be a lot more work in terms of bringing it in. That'll be a hell of a lot more work. I don't know if that would be the appropriate way of going about it. Alright, we're on to the third and final mission of today's sorties. Let's get the prediction up on that as well. What reward are we going to get from the sortie today, guys? Is it going to be an Anasa sculpture? Is it going to be a ribbon, a booster? Is it going to be a former? Is it going to be a Kuva? Maybe even a legendary core? You know, it's going to happen at some point if I keep streaming this game. Maybe. I mean, statistically it might not, but it'll probably happen eventually. It also probably won't happen today. Exalted Railjack. I don't see an Exalted Railjack working out too well. I like the idea, but I don't see it working.
In an attempt to exert power and authority, the Orcus have continued to refine their most lethal security policy. The Jackal determined its
Let's try and get here as quickly as possible. I'm still getting used to actually piloting the meatball, because there's so many bumps which bounce you off the ceiling and kill your momentum. It is a genuine skill to be able to navigate with Grendel without bumping off everything, and I have not got it yet. That just looks weird. That genuinely looks weird. Well, that was quick. I'll just be sitting here now. Thank you, Avara. Appreciate it. Okay, Elio down there. Still no idea what they can do. Or are they limboing? Actually, they might be limboing it. Oh yeah, they're limboing it. Well, that works too, I suppose. Still think Grendel could use a grappling meatball to help with navigation. Honestly, if he was just a little bit less aggressive about bouncing off things, that would be great. It's just the way he bounces so much all over the place. It kills your momentum, because the level design is not flat in this game. Even just going through basic corridors, it is very, 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 very far from flat. That's where his 3 struggles more than anything. Talking about that whilst he's just repositioning. Just gonna, again, hang out right here. The power of Avara. And he slightly jumping the gun there. Here we go. Yo, Gamble, thank you very much for resubscribing at 6 months. Once again, appreciate it, my dude. Huh. Cheers. Can you face tank the lasers as Revenant? Yes. I wonder if I can tank them as Grendel. This is probably not going to work, but I'm going to try it. How much damage is that going to do? Oh my god, that was a lot of damage. That was a lot of damage. I'm instead going to shield gate tank that. That just went straight through my health there. Coming through. Oh, Max Madge is down. R.I.P. Ta-da! Oh, we got this guy as well. Let's give him a friend.
assassination contract complete. Great work.
Ta-da! And yep, you're very right there, Elliot. We got an NASA sculpture. We got an NASA today. Oh, lovely and jubbly. Well, we'll just pop that into the collection. We'll pop that into there. For those of you who guessed an Astral 12 of you, you're absolutely right. Disaster Maker popping 500 spanners on that one. You got a couple thousand back out of that one. Enjoy. Got a couple. Cheers. Oh. Emerald Child picking Banshee. Banshee? What mission have we got next? We got the Archon mission. We got Archon Exterminate, and you want Banshee? I suppose we can give it a try. Would have been my first pick, but sure, why not? Why not? What are we messaging here? Gonna join for the Archon hunt. You absolutely can, which means that one of you three is gonna have to dip out. Let's see here. Who do we pick to kick? I'm gonna leave it up to them to decide. I'm gonna leave it up to them to decide. One of them's gonna have to drop, and probably more in a moment, now that I've said this. Someone's gonna take the L. There it is, it's Eliu. Thank you, Eliu. Appreciate it. Eliu, the most considerate of the bunch. Tom hasn't done the hunt yet? I mean, that's fair. That's absolutely fair. If you have not done the hunt yet, then understandable you'd want to stick around. Now, are we against the Corpus or are we against the Grenier? It's a very slight difference, but it is a difference. We're against the Grenier. We are up against the Grenier. So, I'm going to want to build for exactly that. Do I have a Sonic Fracture build? That's Samurai. Oh, wait, that looked like one. That's a Sonic Fracture approach. Why? Not sure why I've got those on there, so let's get rid of those. I'm going to actually change a lot of this build. I'm going to change a whole bunch of this build. Let's get a bit of Rolling Guard for defense in here instead. I've got a Spellbind. Okay, that's a thing. I've got Status Immunity. That could help out. How long does that one last? 20 seconds? Yeah, that'll be fine. Enemy sense? No. Let's get ourselves a little bit of a streamline in here. And... range on that. That range is sufficient, I'd say. I mean, I could still put Archon Stretch. Don't need Archon Stretch. Let's go for normal stretch. Normal stretch, and then into the Exler slot. Let's see. 11, I've got quite a bit that I can work with. You know what? Just give the energy on start, just so things don't go wrong. That should work. That should work. Hello, Evie. You enjoyed the sent up video? Awesome, my dude. Glad you enjoy it. Flow? I mean, I don't really need flow. I should be able to pick up enough energy that it shouldn't be a problem. Also, I've got some health regen on Banshee, so that's helpful. But yeah, 263 base energy here should be fine as is. I've got Arcane Energize to build up my energy again after preparation has run out, basically. What do I have enemy radar when I had sonar available? Honestly, the only thing I can imagine is that I thrown together those onto a build I wasn't otherwise using for a mastery test demonstration. That's all I can think of. All I can think of, say sex. But yeah, that'll give us total armor reduction, so that'll be the trick. And you know what? Carrier deserves a weapon. just because. Carrier deserves a weapon. Now we're up against a Grenier, so... Actually, we're up against Nama. Is it Nama Grenier, or do the Nama count differently? I think they count as Grenier still, but... Do they? Don't they? I'm going to assume they count as Grenier. I just kind of run as is. No, they're different, says Gorilla. Different faction. They look like... They count as their own faction. See, this is a problem. Because I don't think we have Primed Bane of Nama. We have Corrupted, we have Corpus, we have Grenier. There's Infested if you really wanted to hate yourself. But they don't count for that. Okay. Well, that is a bit of a problem. Airsoft, it seems like the other two still need to do the Archon hunt, so I'm afraid it is too late to join Airsoft. Sorry on that. So, yeah, if we go Universe, factions, because I know they pop up differently here. Nama. And apparently I only have the armor Hellion scanned. I think we went through this process the other day, didn't we? I said the other day, yeah. A couple of months back, we're like, why is it like this? But yeah, I'm gonna have to skip on that one. Use Raw? I mean, I've got Spellbind defensively, so no. Not an option right now. Alright, okay, well, I mean, the amount of damage I should be putting out once their armor stripped should be sufficient anyway, so I might as well just slap in. Yeah, slap in that. We'll just slap in that for now. It'll be fine. Okay, Disaster. I'll show you why it's a problem in a moment. Those of you who are going into the mission, don't kill the very first enemies we see, just so I can show the Disaster Maker why their idea doesn't work. Don't kill the first enemies we see. They'll get around to it, don't worry about that bit. Don't worry, Max Madge. They'll figure themselves out. Alrighty, so there is a distinct problem when it comes to using the codex to have a look at Nami units. You see here how almost everyone is coloured in green because I've scanned nearly all of them. I've scanned them, but as you saw in the codex, it showed only one scanned. So doesn't quite work like you'd expect. The game's a bit broke. About sonar, so we can see what's going on. Just crowd controlling absolutely everything. Crowd controlling and stunning. Just all of the good stuff. Armor strips, yep. Total strippage. Oh, that one's not stripped. That's fine. We'll fix that. You know, I probably should have gone for a bit more range. I'm surprised myself. I didn't think I'd want this much range, but in this open map, yeah, actually, it would have helped. There we are. I saw the damage ticks. That one definitely lost its armor. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. I didn't realise quite how far I was going to be flinging some of these, but there we go. Re-up this, re-up this. Because they only last a very short amount of time, realistically. I should be keeping better tabs on them. Got plenty of energy thanks to Energize. And I'll just keep on stripping armor with every new group of enemies, because it's pretty cheap to cast.
You have done what needed to be done.
Honestly, really easy mission as a group. I mean, I know that I've got enough damage to just kind of outright kill some of these guys anyway, but still. It's the principle of the matter. But not even their high-level armor will do anything to save them. So like I say, I've got a question. Is it true that when you have more enemy radar, more enemies spawn? I've not come across something suggesting that. I know that enemy radar does affect enemy spawns, but I don't think it increases their spawns. Last I heard from Ray was the suggestion that it actually changes where enemies spawn. The more radar you have, the enemies could become aggroed and spawn out. It's in different places. It's weird how that interacts. It really is. I don't know enough about it. Honestly, I'll be very honest on that. It's not something I really want to look into because this game is bonkers enough as it is with the stuff they do tell you, do show you. Trying to figure out what the hell's going on with hidden enemy spawns with respect to enemy radar, yeah. That would just hurt. That would just hurt. There you are, Emerald Child. We had a Banshee run on the first mission of the Archon Hunt. Up next, we've got the Excavation mission. Oh, fun. Oh, fun. You know what? Let's bring Frost. I think I did this the last time we had the excavation on the Archon Hunt. I'm going to do it again here. We're going to bring out the Frosty Boy. Got a decent amount of range. We got total armor strip here. We got good efficiency. We got energy income. We got flow. Yep, for a 0 form build, this will do just fine. This will do just fine. Let's go. This particular mission is dedicated to everyone who thinks that Frost has no place in a Warframe these days. Sure, you can use other frames, but to say it has no place, that's unfair. Alright, as soon as everyone else figures out what they're bringing, we've got Zombring and Rhino. Yeah, I can see the crowd control choice there. Approach here from Max Magic, because Approach is just great. We go for Lavos? Sure, why not? Not really a defensive frame. Oh, no, we're switching to Hydroid. I see. See, now that's someone who is outclassed. But sure, why not? Why not? Also, I don't know why we had a stupidly long timer on that countdown, but there we go. There we go. Your favourite for excavation is Whisk because of a 1? Fair enough. So you can definitely support by giving some health to the excavators. With Frost here, my intent is to actually just make it where we don't need to rely on healing for them. That's what I'm going to go for here. The only downside to this build is the starting energy. That is painfully low.
You abandoned me. In the hour of my sacrifice, you turned your face away.
The starting energy is very, very low. But here we are, we're on location. We can set up our little, and not really that little, snow globe. And off we crack. Amazing face laser. Truly amazing. Get frozen. Death by face laser. Yeah, Wisp 1 can heal excavators, yeah. I don't think it applies the same healing as it does to players, but it can heal them. Alright, we can really do with those power cells spawning, that'd be great now. Gonna do armor strip and damage, grab ourselves those cells popping up now. That total armor strip is nothing to sneeze at. Because it's not just armor strip, it's also total crowd control, it's a hard CC. Hard CC, different to soft CC in that it completely disables the enemy unit rather than just inconveniencing them, such as slowing them down or otherwise limiting their actions. Hard CC fully stops them. Do I think older primes should have their base stats like energy buffed? It's not really something I've focused on in comparing different frames on a stat level. The base stats compared to prime stats hasn't really been much of a concern to me overall. I can't really weigh on that one, sorry. Turning starting energy, what's my shard situation? I don't think I have a shard in Frost. So that's my shard situation. No. Oh, that crunch sound when the Foreman just tears through a whole group of frozen enemies. There's not a lot better. There is really not a lot better than that multi-crunch sound you can get. I'm saying they're going to show off our Rhino effects Xmas. Yeah. Oh, okay, well, whoever activated that one did not know how to protect it. Frost doesn't have these issues, but whatever frame activated that one does. I'll just head straight on to the next location. Is Maximage dying? I think Maximage is dying. Yeah, I think Maximage is about to die. There we go. Whew. Okay. Yeah, one thing about that is that if you activate your last gasp ability, you no longer appear to be dying on the UI because you're in operator form. Operators have hit points. Which means it's not actually clear to your teammates if you need saving still. I'm back. Using your last gasp is usually a good idea. Oh, balls, that's a problem. I did not notice that bubble appearing on me. They're using it is usually a good idea if you can save yourself. It's just an attempt to do so. But it can remove the ability to know if you need saving. Bit of a fonk. Bit of a fonk.
Excavator destroyed. Protect the
Okay. I did not pay attention to what was going on down here. That's my bad. In fact, everyone is struggling a little bit. Everyone that's not me is struggling. I think Zom's okay. Oh yeah, Frost's got massively improved his significantly buffed armor strip. Like, significantly. It used to be, if I recall, 25% base, and now it is, I want to say 60% base? Which is kind of a big deal, you know? That goes from being able to strip occasionally in the right circumstances to being able to strip as a matter of course. That on top of the fact that armor strip is now additive rather than multiplicative. It stacks with corrosive projection to make your life even easier. You don't need to even maximize stats to get the full armor strip. Which does a lot of good. Bot Mania is down and they are 200 meters away and I'm trying to protect the excavator. Please stop dying. I don't know what frame you brought, but it shouldn't die. What did you bring? Bot Mania brought Hydroid. Well, I mean, you're sure showing us with that. You're sure showing us. Just keep the crowd control up here. Ooh. Nearly got me. Nearly got me. Where is he at? I don't actually know where the energy leech is. For me to take them out. You typed shush rather than moved out. There's the energy leech. No! Oh, for God's sake, he cast it on me as I was casting an ability. I couldn't cancel it. I couldn't get out of that one.
excavator destroyed. Protect
Destroyed? I had a bubble up. What was attacking it? I didn't actually see what was attacking it there. Huh. I thought I had that one on lockdown. Never mind.
Carcass of my mother,
Spinbot?
flame devoured.
That could be two different things. As in, a spinning sentient or a laser disco sentient? I didn't see a laser disco one. It's probably just a spinning sentient. In any case, I thought I had that one on lockdown. That's unfortunate. There was a laser disco? I didn't see everyone die, so. What's my thoughts on Nezha? Nezha is a pretty damn powerful Warframe, yeah. Crowd control, damage reduction, some pretty good stuff going on.
Protect the remaining big
Now, what excavator got destroyed? I only came over and activated this one. Also, where's my bubble keep going? I'm watching my bubble's hit points, and every time I look at it, it's on high double digits, and the next thing I know, it's just gone. Whisper will make this better? Okay. I mean, something that's not Hydroid would probably make this a lot better, but you know. Beggars can't be choosers. Or something like that. We don't have a Wisp, no blind eye. You are still blind. Oh, yeah, no, bubble insta-popped there. Really not sure what popped it. It might be that there's a face laser going around I'm just not hearing. That will do it. We're on 69, 68, 67, 66. There is a little bit of damage being tickled in at the moment. Overall, the bubble's still pretty good health. I'm just trying to keep an eye on it very carefully now to see what happens. Votmania just died. What? When did you die? Oh, it's so hard to keep track. When did you die? How did you die? Why did you die? Damn Xmas units, Beckham. Ugh. Yeah, I'm just going to bail straight to the next location. Although, actually, no, I should grab a power cell and then go there. This place is littered with Xmas units. What the hell? I just want a single power cell. There's one. Because Frost... Oh my god, that's a problem. Because Frost is not a very well-defended Warframe. When I'm having to move between locations, I am exceedingly exposed. We got two excavators open at once. Why? That should die. Oh, yep, there we go. Recharge this. Freeze up everything there. I'm going to just re-up the bubble for safety's sake. Is Rhino still a good frame? Yes. Next question. I need a power cell and I need it now. This thing has no shields. No, don't kill me, don't kill me, don't kill me, don't kill me, don't kill me. Fucking health leech Xmas right there. Ah, there's a laser bow. Okay, yeah, that laser is overpowered. Every time a sentient pops that laser disco, it just tears through everything in a moment. Jesus Christ, there's no defending against that. I'm going to switch to operator just to get out of that 20 million Xmas units. We're done here. Okay, cool. Is Valkyrie a good frame? Don't know a Valkyrie frame. There's a Valkyrie frame, and yes, she's good. Another laser disco active. There is a great way of dealing with the laser disco sentient, and that is if you can knock them down. Oh, I've gone the wrong way. I've gone towards the yellow, not the green. This way? I don't... Where is that waypoint? What? Unfortunately, Max Match, that has not helped. Wait, what? Which way is out? Is it this way? It's not this way. Wait, no, no, it could be this way. Oh, no, it is not this way. The waypoint is finally updated. It's actually this way. I am not in a frame which wants to be moving. I'm in a frame which wants to sit in a location. Please do not give me waypoints that lie. Waypoint has broken again.
Excavator destroyed. Protect the remaining dig sites.
I'm just going to assume it's this way and hope for the best. It is not this way. Fuck's sake. This is actually the worst I've seen in a while for the waypoint system. What the fuck is this? As soon as I get into some areas, it just kind of goes, somewhere that way. Figure it out. There we are. Thank you. So this particular corridor. Oh, that was a painful one. You all saw just the waypoint just gave up. It just pointed on the exit. I was like, figure it out. That was terrible. There we are. Gods above. So we learned a few things there. We learned that the waypoint system is still as trash as ever, even on that map. We learned that Hydroid, despite someone's idea otherwise, is actually a bad pick for this mission, and just terrible overall. We learned that Frost could handle just fine up until Laser Disco starts happening, and we learned that there were far too many Xmas units there. Jesus Christ, there are a lot of Xmas units there. Christ. Okay, I think we're on to the third and final mission of it now. Yeah. I'm going Brute Force again. Good old Brute Force. Archon popping. Opinion on Varuna versus Archon. I mean, if you want to. I don't see why you would, but if you want to, give it a whirl. That is that particular build. Let's just have the backup options in case things do go wrong. That is... I've forgotten the name of it. There we go. That one, which should be type 2 corrosive, and we got this, which should be type 2 corrosive as well. Those are my backup supporters. This I want to have set to a Nairu. Again, in case things go wrong. That's what all of that building is for. That's all in case things go wrong builds. There we are. Let's see my Archon crystals. I mean, sure. Very quickly. There are better ways of phrasing that, but okay. There you go. Hope you got what you wanted there. Let's head into the mission. It doesn't show you the ones I've got in frames as well, which is a thing. So, yeah. Don't doubt the power of becoming a puddle. Oh, I'm doubting it. I'm doubting it. 6 red Tau Forged? You saw that incorrectly. I do not have 6 red Tau Forged, no. I have 5 Tau Forged total. I don't know if there's even been 6 opportunities for a red Tau Forged. What was the sorcery reward? The sorcery reward was a NASA sculpture, which reminds me, I need to do the prediction for this one. Because this is salty tier rewards as well, so prediction is up, guys and gals. What reward do you think we'll get from this particular run? Well, I'm saying frick W. Okay. Accidentally brought raw, not Zartas. Oh well. You're only mildly useless to the cause, it's fine, Zom. Ooh, I'm dropping a few frames here for some reason. Why am I dropping frames today? I could feel the jank on that. I am definitely losing a few frames. What's going on here? You don't see prediction? The prediction is most definitely up, EV. You might need to open up your spanner window or do a quick refresh on it, but it is definitely up. No! Sentinel, why? There we go. Headshot.
Do not let him heal.
Well, works fine. I mean, I saw your damage, Zom. You hit them twice before I shot them. And it was not one shots. I don't know if it works fine. For that, you'd want something with yet more multi-shot like the Kuva Heck. Oh, it's going to require me to go down and around. Ugh. There we are. Oh, hi there. Can you look in my direction, please? Hi, yep, thank you. That's a noisy one. What's going on over here? Just constantly connecting and disconnecting from units for some reason. That was weird. We'll just bullet jump our way back to the location. Based on Bluetooth? Ah, that would make a lot of sense, yes. The vulnerability of Nana. Bluetooth interference. Is that both of them? No, we're still waiting on this one. Alright. Do I want to see Evolt's cosmetics? Not really, no. I don't really have much of a eye or care for fashion, really. I'm the practical problem solver. Why did you roar last 4 seconds? You've got low duration builds on, that's why. Will be up or down on this one? Oh, I'm down. Hello, Aishio. How are you doing today? Come on. Get over there. There we are. Two headshots, that'll do. 2 headshots will do. Oh, no, there's 3. 3 will do better. Recast that, recast this, should be ready for everyone to arrive. There is the boss. I missed a headshot, but I'll just brute force it. It's spawned looking the other way from me.
Boreal is down.
Job done.
Armor's spine eyes have been torn out. Excellent work.
Archon hunts are easy. Yeah, I don't know why I need to put together a whole guide on the topic. They're really easy to do. Point and click, pretty much. Have I seen the ribbon prices for Felarx on the ribbon market? No, I haven't. What are my thoughts on it? None. Ribbon prices are ribbon prices are ribbon prices. Ribbons are a problematic piece of content in the game anyway, but the prices are just whatever people feel like offering. At the end of the day, it's just offers. Done. Done. That's a double done right there. NASA sculpture and a basic shard. Double done. Oh well. Those of you gambled on NASA twice. For the second time today at the very least, you're absolutely right. It's another NASA. We got 2 pineapples today. Double pineapple and a basic shard. Oh well. Oh well. Let's go add them to the pile. In fact, I've got quite a few to add to the pile. Let's do that now. Might as well just, you know, re-up these. There we go. That's all of those socketed. Let's socket that one, socket this one, and let's go add them to the area. You're welcome, Maximage. You're welcome. Equipment, orbiter, decorate. Let's see where I'm going to pop these ones down here. Close to filling up this shell, aren't we? There's a couple spots along here I can put stuff. Let's grab some pineapples. Actually, you've got quite a few spaces left here still. There's one there, one there, one there, one there, there. I'm going to squidge you over, and you that way, and you that way. That'll allow me to pop one of these right there. I should be able to fit another one just there. Let's move this a little bit further over, looks better. There we go. And let's start lining up the wall over here. That's all of those ones. Now we've got the Villana sculpture, that can sit right there. And we've got a Sar sculpture that can sit right there. And a couple Vias. Go, that looks wrong. What? Oh god, what is this? Why is it clipping into the floor? What is this? Why? There we go. Someone's messed up on the floor geometry here, made it where the snapping puts it below the floor. That's a terrible decision. And there we go. Okay, at what point do I just turn them into endo? I've already been there, done that, Moon. I've already been there and done that. I don't need to do that again for a very long while. I have, let me see, how much do I have left? I've got over 500,000 endo lying around at the moment. I don't need to turn any more in. I'm perfectly fine where I'm at. So, yeah. The point you turn them into endo is when you need the endo, because once it's endo, you can't trade it. Whereas, if you realise that you've got far too much endo and far too little platinum, you can actually just trade the sculptures to other people for platinum. Which is, you know, that's a bit. Like 10 prime mods worth? Actually, I think it's more than that, Systax. I think it's more, because isn't a prime mod 40k endo? If I sort by rarity... Let's see, where's a prime mod I've not ranked up? There should be one or two somewhere. Prime Smite Corpus. So yeah, fully ranking is 40,900 endo. So my endo, 561,130 divided by 40,920, comes out to 13.7. I can max rank 13 prime mods right now. And I have the credits for it, yeah. How much do sculptures sell for? It depends on the sculpture. Pineapples, I think, go for probably about 10 plat each. It's been a while since I've had a look at the prices, so you need to double check on that. But last I checked, they were something like 10 plat a piece. That might have gone up or down, hard to say. Console prices will be different because console is just a different economy. But yeah, check out warframe.market. You'll be able to see the prices on there. Should be easy enough to find buyers for those, especially if you have them socketed. If you are looking to sell sculptures though, I would say keep a few unsocketed, because every now and then we have the challenge come up on Nightwave here to socket 3 sculptures, and that's where you can get some good sales on unsocketed sculptures for people buying them to just do their Nightwave straight away. If you are looking to maximise your platinum gauge for your sculptures, that's a thing to keep aware of. Otherwise, yeah, socket them and sell them. That works. Stylex decoration was nice. Yeah, it seemed to fit quite nicely over there. Some of the decorations I pick up, I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with. Like, you know, these coins took me a while to figure out what I was going to do with, and then this is just kind of here, and I've got these plaques around the place. There's my Urani decoration, because sure, why not? And the tiles, I've just made a walkway of them. I don't think I've even placed down my last tiles. That's my Jaya decoration. It's just, I mean, it's just there, isn't it, you know? Come on. I can do this correctly. There we go. I can stand on it. It has collision. But also not collision at the center, as you might expect. So it's a thing. But yeah, the Stynex decoration actually looks pretty nice. I do like that one. Some decorations do look a lot nicer than others on their own. Others you have to be a bit creative. Yeah, I've not given googly eyes to the helmet. My helmet just kind of sits there. He's got a couple of floofs guarding him at the front there. Whole bunch watching his work. We got a few more just guarding the way in. Because, yeah, why not? Just copy-paste tool. Why not? And for the longest time, this was the wrong way around. I didn't know it was a thing. But yeah. Whoops on that one. If you look into some of my older videos where there's the orbiter, you might see that rotated around, because, funnily enough, I don't speak pretty much any language other than English. I know little bits of German and French and Italian and Latin, and a snippet of Japanese, but I couldn't read it. So I had no idea which way around that was supposed to be. That ain't my area of expertise. I do numbers, not letters, or letter substitutes, alternatives. Anyway, it is about time to do a little bit more Grendeling. Because this fellow right here, he's had a rework. He's in an incredible state, but it's about optimizing that state. Because we got Feast here, we got Nourish, we got Pulverize, we got Regurgitate. All of these abilities do some impressive stuff, each in their own ways. One thing, however, that maybe I'm looking at it wrong, but one thing that surprises me is that the augment here, the Gourmand augment, at first glance, I thought that the extra armor per enemy was actually going to be pretty substantial, because you go from getting 250 armor per enemy to 400 per enemy, and with a base of 350 armor, that's a lot. Like, that was a lot. So, I thought overall this Augment's going to do well, but then the more I've looked into it, the more I go, actually, you know what? I don't really care for it. It's hard capped? Well, of course it's hard capped. You get 5 enemies. That's the new setup, but yeah. How do you get the Archon mods? From Kyle's Garrison. You need to be doing Kyle missions. Otherwise, you can trade with other players. Those are your 2 options. Trade or Kyle's Garrison. That's how you get Archon mods. But yeah, let's go over this with Gourmand here. In fact, you know what? You know what? It's been a while. We've had Christmas. We're allowed to do this now. Let me just switch my views around, because to help you guys understand exactly why I'm going, I'm going to bring out the notepad. It's been a hot minute. I'm bringing out the notepad. Here we go. Absolutely. So, Grendel base armor is 350, okay? With feasts at 5 enemies consumed, normally this gives you plus 1250. Which therefore gives us a total of 1600. With Gourmand, this instead gives us plus 2000. So our armor value goes up to 2350. That is a significant increase. Our armor value has increased by nearly 50% there. That's not a small change. But then there's actually how that mathematically works out. So the damage reduction without the augment of 1600 armor, the way you figure it is actually 1600 divided by 300 more, which gives us 1600 divided by 1900, 84.2%. Okay? Whereas the damage reduction on the other one, 2350 divided by, again, 2650, well, that comes out to, and again, I'm just going to get the exact numbers, 88.7%. And that is not a lot of movement at all. Yeah, Chocolatey, yeah. That is not a lot of movement. Like, to swing that around the other way, in terms of actual amount of damage you take, this one, the damage you take... Oops, I can't spell taken. The damage taken is the... what's that, 15.8%? Versus here, damage taken... I can spell. Is 11.3%. And if we divide those over... 11.3 divided by... Let's do the proper divide sign. There we are. 11.3 divided by 15.8 to give us the effective damage reduction. And I know there's a rounding error in there, but let's go with it. That comes out to 71.5%, which means that we've reduced the incoming damage by applying Gourmand and using it. We've reduced the amount of damage incoming by 28.5%. 28.5%. Keep in mind, Gourmand means your feast is now health on cast. Yeah, that's a separate thing, Penguin. There's very clearly another feature. I've not talked about it so far because it's a separate thing. And that damage reduction for a single slot is not huge, really. It's not huge. This is also why any kind of armor mod on Grendel is actually a terrible idea. This is why any kind of armor mod should not be put onto Grendel as far as I'm concerned, because you're using up a slot that could be used on something more impactful like strength, like range, basically anything else, to get an even smaller damage reduction change than that. Because this is a difference of 750 points. For example, if I were to use... If I was going full Umbral, let me break this testing build over here. If I go full Umbral for a second, Umbral Fiber, Vitality, and Intensify, the armor there has gone up by, what's that, 673? So full Umbral still ends up giving less strength, less armor than the Gourmand augment does on its own. Now granted, yeah, it also gives you strength in Intensify, and it gives you additional health, so those are nice things to pick up. But I don't know if that's going to be worth it, considering then the amount of drain that has, or you're forced to use Umbral Former to fit these Umbral mods, and still the armor is not really rocketing. Is the arcane that gives you armor when you equip an Archon a valid option? That's again going to be running into the same issues. Because you are thinking of this one, plus 1200 armor, So the total damage reduction is going to be a few % more again. Like, sure, yeah, it reduces the amount of incoming damage, but not really that much. These flat values are good on Warframes which lack armor. Once you've already got the armor, having more of the same doesn't actually work out so well. You want to be doubling your armor for it to have an effect. Straight up doubling. So if we go back to the notepad here, if we went from 1600 armor to 3200 armor, then our damage reduction goes from 84.2%, or in other words, taking 15.8% damage, to instead here, 3200 over 3500. 91.4% damage reduction, which means you'd be taking, that would be 8.6% damage. Very roughly speaking, once you're into the higher levels of armor, very roughly, doubling your armor halves the amount of damage you take. It's not quite that, as you can see here, because double that would be 17.2. But very, very roughly, doubling your armor halves the damage you take. And so that's quite an investment. If you're on 1600 already with full feast, adding 1200 to that is not a huge change. It's really not. So I'm pretty cold on the idea of an Umbral build for Grendel, because frankly the amount of difference it makes versus the amount of drain that it has isn't really worth it. It just isn't. When you compare it to someone like Lavos, Lavos does well with it. The reason I use it on Lavos, first of all, if I just look on this screen here, Lavos has 450 base armor to Grendel's 350, so Lavos has more to multiply. And then you see that the end result, we've pushed all the way up to 1541 armor there, which is pretty significant to say where it's come from, and he can't generate armor by other means through his abilities. So for Lavos, it works out well. Also, he likes having the strength. It makes it where overextended is not that much of a penalty, it just works for his kit. But yeah, full Umbral on Grendel I think is just a step too far for him, because the armor bonus is not really there. And likewise, Gourmand, the armor bonus it gives is a nice to have, but not something you should be relying on for tanky purposes. Like, considering it a major change, it's just not. Which frames are a full Umbral set best for? The best use for full Umbral is on a frame which either is looking to health and armor tank out the wazoo, or on a frame which has which intends to health tank and also wants a lot of strength. And that's pretty much it. Those are few and far between. I've seen full Umbral builds for Wisp, because Wisp is effectively able to health tank through her first ability. It's not really recommended, I'd say, but it's a thing you can do. But otherwise, your big ones you're looking at are Lavos, can make very good use of it. You've got Nidus and Inaros, they can make very good use of it for obvious reasons. They are health tank entirely. There is no shield on them. You might be able to make it work on something like Nezha, for example, because Nezha's got the damage reduction ability, which will stack with the armor bonuses, and I believe also scales back from it. Rhino can work for it. Again, that's a very specific approach to building, and you'll have Vitality just wasting a slot in that case. So even then it's a bit shaky. Chroma, definitely not, because of the way he generates armor. Atlas, definitely not, because of the way he generates armor. Valkyria, probably not, because if you're using Hysteria, then you're not actually using your high armor stat. She could use the high armor stat, but she then just doesn't. Umbra Excalibur, is it built in? Wouldn't replace them only a counterpart, would you? Yeah, for Excalibur Umbra, because you've got them built in, they're already there, you might as well use them. You just might as well use them on Umbra. The actual armor value is not that amazing. It's 74.5% damage reduction. Choc, no. I'm not sure exactly what I'm doing right now, Choc, in terms of squad things. I'll let you know. When it comes to invites, I will let you know, Choc. Just listen out on that side. I'll let you know. So yeah, with Excel, the armor still isn't amazing. 74.5% damage reduction is not huge, especially when... Swap that spot for a moment. Especially when if you take off the fiber, 300 armor, it doesn't show there, but 300 armor is still 50% damage reduction. So the application of that mod there is reducing the amount of damage you take by slightly less than half. And that's why I said it's only at high armor values that you can use the approximation of double armor for double resistance. Because here we're actually more than doubling the armor, but it's not quite double resistance. So yeah, there is a strong limit on how useful armor is, and therefore there's a strong limit on how useful the overall set is. It's not for Grendel at all, really. It's not for Grendel. Yeah, no. Sabermond, as someone else pointed out to you there, because Wukong can generate 1500 armor pretty easily for himself, Umbral set's not a good choice there. Any frame that can generate armor for itself in reasonable amounts, no. Just no. Other damage reductions are fine, but generating armor is an absolute no-go for the Umbral set, because the two don't work together, they have anti-synergy. In other words, diminishing returns. So, that aside though, Gourmand, it does have the function of making it where Feast will cost health rather than energy. If that's how you want to approach things, that's fine. Given how Grendel reacts to energy in general though, I don't know if that's really necessary either. Because with Nourish, you're getting a lot more energy than in general. Like, whilst Nourish is active, even at base energy values, base strength value, where it just doubles the energy income you have, you can effectively think like that, making every other ability cost half as much. So Regurgitate is only 25 energy. It says 50, but it's only 25 because it takes one energy orb for it to work, when you've got this active at 100% strength. Recasting that would be 25 energy. Casting this would be 12.5 energy. Nourish is, by effect on your energy income, an efficiency stat. It's just the efficiency of your gain rather than the efficiency of your spend. And the higher your strength goes, the more that applies. So if you get Nourish all the way up to 3 times your energy income with 200% strength, then this is costing 3 times less. This is costing 3 times less. This is costing 3 times less. This would cost 3 times less if you weren't already consuming enemies, because why wouldn't you most of the time? So the health gain, spending health rather than draining energy, again, it's a tough sell to me, to be quite honest. Maybe I'm seeing it wrong. This is where I'm seeing it on stream for you guys to pitch in if you're seeing it a different way that I'm missing. But taking out your health like that, I mean, sure, you can generate loads of health as well. This is generating health out the wazoo. This can generate health if you feel like it. You can have your Sentinel healing you. You can have Arcanes to heal you as well. Like Arcane Grace is an absolutely ridiculous source of health on high health frames. But it all again just doesn't really seem necessary to me. Like I was saying, use the energy saved from Feast for Catapult. I mean, Catapult's not that expensive. Let's be realistic now. Catapult is not expensive. At 5 energy. 5 energy to cast this ability. That is ludicrously cheap. If you have someone in your squad using the Energy Siphon Aura, that is a terrible aura to have in most circumstances. 0.6 energy per second. It is terrible. With this build here, I'm not even going to count the extra strength at the moment on this. I'm not going to count the extra strength on that. With this build, with no buffs whatsoever, this already has a 2.54 multiplier to the energy gain, which means that 0.6 per second is actually 1.5. That's a little bit over, but let's call it 1.5. Effectively, every 3 seconds, Energy Siphon from someone in the squad will give you enough energy to cast another Catapult. Completely free. It's just giving you that energy passively whilst you're doing everything else you're doing. So to swap in yet another augment just to try and afford 5 energy, I'd be wondering about the rest of your kit, quite frankly. If you're struggling on the energy drain from Feast for Catapult, where the hell is your Nourish and Regurgitate coming from? So I would say, honestly, no, I don't see a lot of value in this augment. It has a value, but I don't see it. You don't use Regurgitate? Alright. Use Aqua Blades over it. Fair enough. Yeah, that's a set of forgettability. You can just kind of cast and then go into beatball mode. Again, Aqua Blades takes energy. You specifically said that you are looking at the energy freedom, and that Gorman is going to make that cheaper for you, but I'm genuinely just not seeing it. Like, if you're just that down bad on having energy income, sure, but Grendel doesn't have that trouble. Even energy over time stuff, most Warframes, when they use a drain ability, if they use a drain ability, then they cannot gain energy. Grendel can, because so long as you have an enemy swallowed, Pulverize is completely free to cast. 100% free. It has no cast cost whatsoever. You can just cast this in and out and in and out, in and out all day long. And then it only does the drain of energy if you have no enemies in your gut. So here's the thing. I'm going to say, use the energy pool to make sure if my friend brings nukes, I can still get to enemies. It's a backup. I mean, yeah, it's a backup. A backup where, if there's no enemies around, you're not casting Feast that much. And if you're not casting Feast that much, then you have the energy for Catapult. And if you have the energy to cast Feast, then you no longer need the, to worry about the energy drain on Pulverize. So again, you're still fine on your Catapult. If it works for you, Penguin, it works for you. It's just, again, I don't see the value in it. I'm just failing to see the value in it as a broader recommendation. Because at the end of the day, you can build things how you damn well please, but that's on a personal level. In a build that I can recommend to others, I don't see a place for Gourmand. And then you get some people who come in trying to re-explain the mod to me, saying Gourmand is a spoil for Feast. Yes, I can see that. That's what it does on a technical level. But those two abilities act in completely different ways. So really, you've just read out half the mod to me again. Yeah, I just don't see a place for it, quite frankly. I don't see a place for it. Hell, with Aqua Blades, I would see more of a place for the Aqua Blades Augment, because then you've got more damage potential on it. Although, if you're staying in meatball mode the entire time, you won't be able to cast it to make use of that, so that's a bit of a mixed bag. That's a bit of a mixed bag. What's the best way to farm polymer bundles? Kill enemies on planets where polymer bundles dropped. The survival missions that you can find on Uranus are going to be the best there. I forget the name of the survival missions there. I think it... Ophelia? Surgery Blades can be cast while meatball form. Can be cast, Penguin. Ah, well now that is a surprise. Was it Ophelia? It was Ophelia! Heh, what do you know? The memory still works. Would you look at that? Yeah, survival Uranus, there you are. Job done. Jazo, cheers. Alright then, so let's optimize these builds. Now this build I am pretty happy with as it is where for the time being. This is a build that's focusing on having a higher overall efficiency to make it more of an all-rounded approach. The Archon mods are relatively optional, like Archon Continuity completely optional. The only toxin damage that you're throwing out here are from recasting Feast or casting Regurgitate. And in both cases, a single corrosive proc is not really changing the game. It's just there for condition overload purposes, and because you can fit it, it doesn't really matter. That just works. Archon Intensify, however, is doing a bit more work. Not interested. I have no idea what you mean by override on your DJ, so I'm just going to refund you the points on that. Well, I'll give you a moment. You're here right now. I'll give you a moment to reread Yo DJ and tell me what you actually wanted. But otherwise, I'll just give you the points back on that. Anyway, Arcane Intensify. This one is an interesting one. The plus 30% ability strain, which is built in, and then extra 30% ability strain for 10 seconds if you restore health. And of course, Nourish here restores health. I don't know if Pulverize actually activates that. I need to test that. Let's go test that. I need to test that. Best way to test that would be with a testing build. Grab that. Let's grab Gorman just to drain health. Take off the Sentinel because otherwise they'll try and heal me. Sysax, I'm trying to avoid builds which rely on Archon shards just because they are so overall limited. I did not realize you were still in the squad. There we are. Right. Archon shards exist, they're a thing, but yeah. Kelvin override. Not Itrids? Okay, you haven't reread the Yo DJ like I said, so I'm just going to refund you the points on that one. Thank you very much for making a suggestion, but no. You can request a genre of music that I pre-selected, which is definitely copyright free, because this stream does not get NDA'd. NDA'd? That wasn't a word. Oh, what's the phrase? I've forgotten it. Copyright strikes. What's the phrase for it? What's the initialism? DMCA, that's it. Thank you, Elliot. God, that completely left my mind. That shows you how much I avoid this stuff. I don't even remember the initialism of it. Alright. So, why is Firewalk's on this build? Okay, let's go fix that. And then we'll test again. Once upon a time, my Grendel had a Firewalker build. Okay. What am I avoiding? I'm avoiding breaking the law. Refund doesn't remove the reward cooldown? No, it doesn't, no. There we go. Firewalker be gone. Now let's test this.
You are a true hunter.
Oh, well, Wolfman, so long as you don't start humming it in a video, you'll be fine. Yeah, DMCA is a very real issue for content creators. Oops, I didn't mean to hit it twice. It's a very real issue for content creators, but at the same time, it's a perfectly understandable issue. At the end of the day, there is music you can use, there is music you can't use. Use the music you can use. If you use the music you can't use, prepare to get raked over the coals for it. It seems pretty simple to me. Alright, so I've reduced my health. If I activate this and start healing, it did not activate. Whereas if I use this to heal me, it does activate. Okay, so Pulverize does not activate Archon Intensify. There we are. Does Nourish buff Garuda's 4? In which way buffs Systax? I've not heard of this interaction, let alone if it's a bug or not. I'm not sure what you're referring to. Alright, so that narrows that down a little bit. Arcane Intensify slightly less valuable there, because popping into Meatball mode will not activate Arcane Intensify. So the only way that Grendel's going to do it is with Nourish. That's a thing. Alright, let's just have a quick look at the Archon Intensify page on the wiki. Are there other abilities that you might want to care about that could activate it? Let's see. Fire Blast for Healing Flame, but we're not going to use that. Garuda's Blood Altar, but we're not going to use that. Siren's Regenerative Malt, but we're not going to use that. Synax's Tharos Strike would have... Okay. But we've got enough armor strips, so we're not going to use that. So, yeah, no, we don't need to worry about that. Alright, so the only option that would use it on a normal Grendel would be Nourish. But slightly weaker then. Slightly weaker. No excuse to apply the toxin to a force damage. Okay, well, it's changed over to viral damage, so check for viral. Check for that. Price 100 adrenaline is necessary. I don't know if it's necessary. It's a nice to have. I don't know that it's really necessary because I've got no other energy production in this build here. This does separate it from using, what's it, Zenric, so it allows you to pick up any of the others instead. You could go for a Narbon approach. You could have yourself a Madurai, so if you're going against Void Angel, so then you still have the ability to activate Void Strike there. You could still go for your Nairu if you wanted to have a Shield Strip, say if you're going up against the, what do you call them? Treasurers, there we are. So on Steel Path, you could just completely destroy their shields. Those are options. Yeah, the skin is pretty nice, this one, isn't it? The skin is pretty nice. You could go Vazrin if you really wanted to. You don't need to, but you could. You could. So the 100 adrenaline just completely opens that up. Risk jumping with Grendel didn't halt or pulverize momentum when you hit the ground. I'm not sure what issue you're having there. Nope. I know that if you start bouncing off things, then it can get problematic. Certainly ceilings. Ceilings are a right pain in the ass. But I don't know what issue you're having. Well, if you're having a repeatable issue, report it as a bug, yeah. Record it as a video if you can, add that to your bug report, make it easier for DE to understand what you're talking about, but not sure what issue you have. Also, this is at a sprint speed where it's the hardest control. If you take off the sprint, this is its control. And you can see you can stop pretty much on a dying. Boom. And if you are using Catapult, you can hold crouch as well to come to a complete stop quickly, even with the speed boost. You can just cancel the speed boost. But yeah, it can move around pretty handily. It can move around pretty handily, I'd say. So much better than it used to be. Absolutely, so much better. Alright, now the other build that I've been working on, I haven't tested it as yet, but the other build that I have been working on is one that has a lot more range, a lot more strength, but at the expense of a, well, it would be a lower duration. Actually, I just need to put a V polarity on this one, and then I'll be able to go for the prime, because V polarity fits there. That's the other concern with 100 adrenaline, or something else there, is there is a V polarity I'd want to put there, which then locks out other stuff. I could drop the prime sure-footed, that is an option, but then it's there for a reason for Grendel, to get around stuff. That's a good point, Aishio, yeah. Funny how the heavy rolling ball has better maneuverability than your Rayleigh. I mean, you got a point. That aside, so, same kind of approach on this one. We got the Arcane Intensify, got the Molt Augmented, getting the extra stuff there. Arcane Nullify, just because getting Mag Procs and losing your energy would be a death knell. Because with 188 max energy, and I believe a Magnetic Proc drains 150 energy, that would be pretty bad. That would be pretty bad. That would wipe out the ability to cast even Feast, which I should hope goes without saying. That would be a problem. Now, of course, you can slap on blue shards onto Grendel. In fact, Grendel will be a very good pickup for blue shards, I'd imagine. Actually, this energy isn't the max he has. Never mind. Yeah, I'm only rank 17. This energy goes up higher. Thinking, would that put it up to 200? Or 225? Something like that? Probably 225. I need to max rank him again, don't I? Let's get that done. So we can properly look at what he's able to do, see what other form I want to do. I need to max rank this guy real quick. Let's just get the more efficient of the two builds for now. You got 5 health regen shards in Grendel from the rework, a pre-rework. Fair enough. Fair enough. Let's just bring some slappage. I don't need an Iru for what I'm about to do here, so might as well go for... no, if I stick with an Iru. Let's stick with an Iru, and let's not use 100 Adrenaline. Let's just take that out there. Let's see how the energy feels without the energy supports. Let's see how he feels without it. Always an annoying bit of testing is having to test what feels like it should be the wrong setup. I need that public. But we'll see what happens. Maybe it'll be good, maybe it won't, I don't know. Got a Wisp, Zarin, Vormund. That Zarin should be doing great work for us. Oh, look at that, got max ranked weaponry as well. They're clearly here just to be a Zarin. Exactly what I needed to see. Yo! In for 28DEC22. Thank you very much for resubscribing onto 2 months. You're amazing, appreciate it. Oh. Cheers indeed. We'll be keeping it up. I love how Grendel doesn't start spinning until you get yourself into a spinny stitch. Like, if you just falling, he doesn't start rolling until you have a reason to roll. Alright, let's activate this, get ourselves the energy support. That applied to everyone, because of course it did. I forgot to re-equip my companion, so I have no enemy radar. Almost. Little teeny bit of a problem there. Ah! And Cephalon Samaris, of course, shuts down ultimate abilities, so that's a thing. But we can snipe those from across the map. And the meatball mode, the damage on it is terrible, frankly. It's terrible. It deals a base of 2,000 on direct hit with 5 enemies in your stomach. And as I say, that is with 5 enemies in, so once you get down to 1 enemy like this, I think it only does 800, I want to say? Which is even lower than terrible. And then the radial damage from slams does 150 a base plus 70 per enemy in the gut. The other issue is that when you're doing slams, that will damage the enemies in your gut, and pulverize also damage them in your gut. So at the lower levels where that damage from pulverize is actually decent, the enemies are also dying so quickly in your gut that you'll be feasting more often just to try and keep it running. Which, while doable, is yet more micromanagement. Like, it took me 2 hits to kill that guy. I don't know if I actually killed him or if he got shot. Let me try and find one I can try and slowly not kill. Yeah, he survived. He survived. Their armor stripped. It's only level 60. It's not great. It's not terrible to say that it's a really cheap ability. It's just not great when it locks you out of everything else you're doing as well in terms of weapons. But that's okay, because it's got the armor strip on it. You see, if I just do that, pop, no armor, pop, pop, no armor. You got that too, it's just, yeah, not really a damage focused ability. Let's see, rank 19, let's keep going. In fact, I should be a lot higher than 19. What's this Zarin doing? Was I out of range of the Zarin? Zarin's got 345 kills. 100 kills a minute? Actually, it's a bit more than 100 kills a minute. Not a lot more. I feel like this Zarin should be doing more. His main problem was his total energy generation. Well, his energy consumption. Also, this is a vulnerability for him. If an enemy is crowd controlled, like with Vormund there, Grendel can't eat them. That's just a thing. Yeah, it wasn't Grendel's energy generation that was the problem, it was Grendel's energy consumption. Because energy generation on the vast majority of frames is just what each and every frame gets. But hey, now Grendel has one of the best energy multipliers. No, the best energy multiplier, best energy generation available. Because it synergizes with everything. If you or a friend is generating loads of energy orbs, it works with that. You're running with Zenric, it works with that. You have Arcane Energize, it works with that. Energy Siphon works with it. I haven't tested Trinity's Energy Vampire, but I'm going to assume works with it. I'm going to guess someone here has tried that. It just looks at the energy you're getting and then gives you more, and it applies that to the team, I believe. That I'll need to be checking as well, because it's one of those abilities where it does some things for yourself and then some things for the team. It's all a thing. I'll have to double check. Does it give more energy to your team? A whole nourish buff applies to everyone? It doesn't apply to heal, no. That I'm fairly certain on. It doesn't apply to heal. And I don't know about the viral proc armor. Well, Penguin, apart from the heal, means there are things that don't apply. And then seeing what else doesn't apply. Yeah, the damage increase does. Yeah. But I don't remember it being clear on what else does. Rank 23. This Saren really is not pouring out stuff. Which one's the Saren? Saren is the I'm just not going to go through. I want to relook at some bits and pieces rather than go through. Everything applies apart from the healing? Okay.
The sanctuary will go on without you.
Nourish. What's the wiki have to say? So, Grendel heals, yep. Does damage to enemies in his gut, of course. Nourishment provides more energy, provides armor, it retaliates and splashes out viral. Does a stagger, boost weapon damage. The buffs boost allies and last for such and such. Okay. So it's everything but the self-heal. Damn. Okay. Now, quick question, is that explained in this game? Come on! Surprise me, Warframe, surprise me! Regenerate health as Grendel absorbs nourishment while he digests. Enemies that attack or are attacked by Grendel suffer viral damage and energy sources provide more energy. These buffs extend to squad mates. I mean, it's not clear about the health not applying then, I guess. Nourish deals damage to enemies which can kill them. Enemies attacking nourished allies at close range are inflicted with a viral status effect. Weakening defense, aim with quick retaliatory. Okay, yeah, so it points out that it does spread. Yeah. Not the cleanest. Not the cleanest. On a helmet it says HP doesn't apply to subsumed. Yeah, it says that on the helmet. But that also clarifies that it won't heal you either. The person casting it. It's... well, the more generously explained. I mean, they don't explain the damage on this, or the damage on that, or the damage on that properly, so that's a thing. All of these damage values are only base damage values. They don't actually tell you the full story. What type of missions does Grendel excel in? Good question. Good question. I would say ones where you're just generally killing, because he's not really a crowd controller. So he's not good defensively for protecting someone else, but he is good at dealing with enemies en masse and surviving said enemies. So you exterminate, she survivals, that kind of thing. Want to test the EV Nourish game? Yeah, we can test that, Tom. Why not? Let's bring you in real quick. Give that a quick whirl, shall we? Best way to test. Yeah, just take build as is and give another stomp a go. Yeah, Arkham mods are a bit wonky all round, Mort Dracula. Arkham mods are a bit wonky all round, so it's just a thing. Alright, let's pop ourselves into here real quick and give that a whirl. I think Zombie's still loading. As soon as Zom is loaded in, we'll be able to load through. It would be nice if we could load directly to the simulacrum, but that's not a thing, is it? There they are. So they just need to hit the accept so I knew you loaded. But now I know you've loaded, so I'm just going to force it. I'm just going to force it through. Can you invite people all in the simulacrum? Yes! I just didn't expect Zom to take a while to load in and then run over rather than just hit yes. It's a thing. Okay then, so I'll spawn in a bunch of enemies, grab one and start spending my energy. Zom couldn't see the prompt, also got network not responding. Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you, Warframe. Okay, I'm going to cast this here. There we go. That did buff Zom as well, but hey-oh. Alright, Zom. Activate the energy vampire. I should have asked how much it's supposed to give, but there we are. I gained 49 energy. Then how much is yours supposed to give? Because I got 49 from it. $49.5. Huh, okay. That's interesting. It did not buff that up. Yes, I know, Kingdom Eyes. I just responded to you on that matter. Thanks for misunderstanding. It's fine. Alright, Zom, give it another whirl. I'm going to re-up this. Against... Oh, 112. Let me... Oh. Alright, go ahead. Alright, son. 49. Yeah, it says 49 again. If I try and use up some more energy. 49. I don't know if that's grabbing Cass. 49. It's definitely giving me 49 energy. Or is it saying it but giving me more? I'm not paying attention to that. Maybe it's lying to me. Okay, I'm at 27 energy. Oh, no, I went up by a lot more than 27. By 49. 77. Jumps up to 202. Okay, it says 49 energy, but it actually gave me a lot more. Yeah. UI! Oh, you gotta love it. Okay, cool. So it does give more. It does work. It's just the game doesn't know how to tell you the truth. Love it. Chuck's saying, turn on friendly fire, get your teammate to go to operator and use your one on their frame. I know where it's going to go, but we're not looking at doing sillies right now, Chalk. I'm trying to actually understand the possibilities of the frame. So let's pop out now. We're done here. I'm going to go back to the Orbiter, and let's level this up some more. Yeah, strangely, it didn't want to actually tell the truth about what was happening there, but hey-ho, there we are. That's Warframe in a nutshell, I guess. Warframe in a nutshell. Why would it tell you the truth? Alright, so still need to finish leveling up this, and then we'll be able to test without Hunter Adrenaline. Hopefully this time we'll get someone who actually can kill, rather than that Siren we had. That Siren we had was not really doing a lot. I know we had a fraction of their kills, but as far as Sarens goes, not a very strong one. Enjoy if you're looking to do some MR3 friendly. We're not looking to do anything MR3 friendly, no, not really, Jock. Notice the enemies in Sim seem to drop resources. Do we actually keep those? They shouldn't drop resources anyway. They should only be dropping ammo pickups. But in any case, no. You don't get to complete a mission in the Simulacrum, so you don't keep anything. Join an ESO? Sure, sure. Let's close off the other tabs here. We just got kind of going around. No, if you want to, Zom, you're absolutely fine too, yeah? I'm going to pop into ESO, just quickly level this up to max, and then we can do a little bit more work on that. Got LU with a Vault, I mean, that'll do plenty in itself. I'll be giving that Vault a massive increase to energy generation, so, you know, we should be good there. There's a Zom. I mean, the two of you together should be enough as is, which is just really make someone's day in a sec, so let's go do that. Some random is about to get just all of the affinity, and they're not going to understand why. Oh, you think it's Aaron? Well, that still works. Saren and Mirage, they'll work together quite nicely. Either way. Bring what you got and let's slap. We should have this done in one round. Whenever you're ready. Alrighty. Let's see what we can get out of this. As we're loading in as well, let me just have a quick gander around us over at my Discord here. What is the current vote tally looking at? Oops, I didn't hit it. What's the vote tally looking at for Friday's stream? We currently have majority vote on D&D Monsters. Okay. Alright. No, Kingdom Eyes, I'm not adding silence onto this just to level up 7 levels, no. Funnily enough, that just does not seem like a good use of my resources. When instead of doing that, I can just have my allies do a lot of work, which they enjoy doing. We all get rewards from it, and is faster than going through that whole process and then taking it off again. Hello, Ekman. How you doing? These enemies are absolutely dying quickly. Well, at least we got one person come through. Zom got kicked, it seems. Zom, have you actually successfully joined us in a mission ever in a while? It's been like that for a while. It's been like that for a very long while. Anything to swallow? There isn't nothing. Again, pop out the high viral, high energy regen, all that good stuff. You loaded in at the entrance with 1 second left? What? What do you mean 1 second left? 1 second left to get in the portal. If I'm understanding you correctly, so the game just straight up said, nope, sorry, you took too long to go in, now you're booted. I mean, surely not. That's what happened. Wow. This game. DE are going to have to do some work when it comes to, you know, acknowledging the fact that people have different loading times. Especially with crossplay where it's at now. They're really going to have to focus on that. Because it's going to continue causing problems. Only at 25 so far. I don't have an affinity boost, so that is going to slow this down. What frames have we got here? We got... I got double Trinity in a single Saren. Ah! Sirens aren't what they used to be, are they? Sirens aren't what they used to be. You can turn crossplay off? Yeah. Yeah, you can turn crossplay off, and it'll just bar you from being in a crossplay squad. Just in total. That is a thing you can do. I noticed we got the Siren and myself, but the two Trinities haven't followed through. That's going to be fun for enemy spawns in a moment. Yep, there we go. Is the game going to give us anyone new, or is this just it now? Oh, no, we are getting something new. That's cool. What server is this on? Warframe. I'm UK based, so EU, I guess. I don't pick a server; it just signs in. Did I really just point it at everyone and get nothing? Wow. Did we join until Zone 4? No, I think you can only join until Zone 2. Till the end of Zone 2, because at that point you've completed a round reward. After that point, people shouldn't join unless the game bugs out. The game can bug out. I've seen someone join into a round 8 when they were on round 5. But outside of weird mini bugs now. Let's see where we're at. Rank 29. Nearly there. Nearly. Yeah, cross-platform, if I recall correctly, will only put you into a squad not only with people that can be on your platform, but also if someone else creates that squad has to also be a no crossplay squad. I don't know if you can matchmake into someone who has crossplay off, but you are on the same platform with crossplay on. I think you might be able to do that. We can check that. We can definitely check that. Yeah, I think what we can do is we can find a node that basically no one should be on. I can create a no crossplay squad, but public, and see if others can join whilst they have crossplay on, whilst on PC. I'll test that.
Hunter, the sanctuary will go on without you.
Yeah, King Mice, we gotta take into account loading times, yeah. Let's give that a quick whirl. Very, very quickly. So let's go crossplay off. See what happens then. And I'm gonna go, what node would no one be on? Let's see. Yeah, there should be no one on just normal Chaos Sabotage. No one's got to be there. You go there, you unlock Draco, you're done. So, basically no one's going to be here. Defection missions get farmed. They have a reason. This is Sabotage. There is no reason to be here. There is nothing worth farming on this mission. Even defections have farmable stuff.
Okay.
Alright, so if someone on PC could try and join this same mission on public, that'd be great. There's Kerr on Ceres. Make sure you have crossplay on. I want to see if you join with crossplay on. Gamble's joined. Gamble, do you have crossplay on? Eliu's joined. Do you have crossplay on? You do? There we are then. Alright. So yeah, you can turn off crossplay and you'll only join into squads which are crossplay disabled. However, it also means that you can host squads which are crossplay disabled, where others crossplay enabled can still join you, so long as you're on the same platform. So there we go. That confirms that. Nice. Alright, now I'm going to abort and force you through the loading screen again. There we go. Post migrated? Yep. Got him. So that is a thing you can do. Alright then. Got him. Just shows you that turning crossplay off doesn't guarantee you'll get people who don't host migrate you. Absolutely evil? Not absolutely, just moderately evil, you know. I didn't break their graphics card and then crossplay. Host migrate them. Just mostly evil. Alright, Grendel. So, what I need to do here, run this build as is. I'm going to go through a mission, take a nice high level mission, see how it flows, see how it feels, and run it from there. To help with that, I'm going to grab myself a nice proper weapon for it. This build is my corrupted one, there we go. And this one is not just corrupted one, but this is also designed for use with Grendel right now. As you'll notice, there is no viral on here. I've even gone so far as to end up using Amalgam Serration and Bladed Rounds. They're designed to work with the fact that Nourish is going to be giving me viral my elemental damage. I might as well just switch this to my standard laser beam, because yay, standard laser beam. Just have that around. Standard Glaive Prime. Switch Glaive Prime over to healing again. It's Life Strike. There we are. Because it's just nice to have that. Unairu Armor Strip. I don't need. I can switch. Stick with Unairu for now. I'm going to stick with Unairu, because it doesn't affect the rest of what's going on. Although, fun fact, Unairu also gives you armor. So that makes Gorman even weaker on this. Huh. Fun facts. But yeah, if I test this build as is, we'll see how my energy handles, and therefore if I need to do anything with that slot or not. And I'm going to defang Carrier just so it's not helping too much. That should make for suitable testing. Right, where Life Strike was on throws from Glaive? Not throws, the explosions, because the explosions are heavy attacks. That's what it's working on, the heavy attack. Right, this is where I go a little bit intensive. Because this mission does not allow you to snooze. So let's see what happens. Also, Zom wants us to switch over to some Sim, so let's do that.
These are worthy foes. Underestimate them.
Don't see why not, Kingdom Eyes, yeah? Don't see why not. No. I would like to thank those guys for generating, contributing to my gut. A generous donation of Nom. Do a quick bounce. I have not got the full strength for full armor strippers yet, but still, they're low enough level that mostly works. The level 180 or so, that's fine. I got the damage. Do that, quick bounce. Oh, that crunchy, crunchy sound. Yeah, gotta love it. And I can, of course, do that for armor stripping purposes as well. Which does a heck of a lot of damage. How much damage is that doing? I see 4,000 odd? That's pretty nice. I'm seeing 4,000 odd at times. I mean, yeah, sure, it's no 260 odd thousand and it's only just there with an orange script, but it adds up. I swear it was something like 16,000 there, maybe I misspoke. Although that was probably viral bonused. Yeah, the heavy attack, by the way, on the glaive, when you throw it, there, the explosion, that red crit explosion, that was the heavy attack. Also, I dedicate this current footage to everyone who says that health tanks don't work in Warframe and that you should never ever do it. If you come across someone like that, just stop speaking to them. Do yourself a favour. That person doesn't know what they're talking about and should be ignored, as a matter of course. I have accidentally let myself run out of energy, so that is a problem. That is definitely a problem. I don't have enough energy to nourish right now. I'll do that for some free armor strippage of village. There we go, now I can nourish. And now I'm getting my energy again. Definitely need to keep an eye on nourish. It gets easier as the mission goes on because more Xmas spawn, and Xmas units just shit out energy orbs. But until you get to that point, yeah, it's a bit more problematic. I should be at the point where I'm doing a full armor strip with that bounce. Let me check here. Yeah, that's full armor strip. Lovely. So I am at the point where a bounce is a full armor strip. Now, I have also noticed this mission is particularly bad for my Sentinel. I don't know if it's just Grendel specific, but my Sentinel gets absolutely marmalized on this mission in ways that it doesn't normally happen. I don't know if there's something I'm missing, some damage source that's unique to this place, or if it's just Grendel puts it in the firing line. But yeah. Yeah, I'm currently testing without energy support, so I've not got Xeneric, I've not got extra energy orbs being generated by abilities. The only thing that's supporting my energy income here is Nourish. I've got no Rage or Hunter Adrenaline, none of that lot. To see how much energy are we lacking. What do I need? And I mean, being able to just switch to this and tap the ground and those guys over there just lose their armor. Like, that kind of works, you know? How much more strength do you need? How much more armor strip do you need? You can just bap, and everything that had armor no longer does. And then you just cleave through it with any decent weapon like this. Hello, Torment. Torment now has no armor. Just like that, Torment has no armor. And now Torment is dead. Do a quick jump. Everything has no armor. Simple process. Also, these sentients. Grendel loves dealing with those because knockdown stops the laser disco. So if you see him going laser disco as Grendel, you just roll at them. There's one real great bit for this. He literally just rolls at them and they're gone. Just heavy slam onto them? Yeah, I suppose that would work as well. Remember to heavy slam. Oh, I didn't realise I left that one alive, my bad. Oops. Yeah, Grendel's a very active frame now. If you want to really get what you can out of it, you can be constantly bouncing around, applying the armor strips, making sure that you've got your gut filled with enemies, making sure you've got your nourish up, all that stuff. It's a pretty active frame. This really doesn't feel like Steel Pathfinder, does it? It's not running like Steel Path. Because he's just that capable. The only downside is, of course, my Sentinel. I think it's gone through a couple of lives already. I'm going to try regurgitating more now. Because of course that also throws out some additional toxin procs, and with this build that also means corrosive procs, which will work nicely with my galvanized aptitude to deal yet more damage. But it is a more energy intense approach. It doesn't require me to constantly switch into meatball mode. How are they dying so much to toxin? Because armor strip. And look at this. Corrupted heavy gunner, smack. And then smack. That's a corrupted heavy gunner right there, and that was taking off a lot of its health. Granted, not all of it. But that's because it's corrupted heavy gunner, you know, they're pretty strong. And yeah, we're seeing more and more Xmas units spawning now, so I'm getting more and more energy income. Because of course, every Xmas unit is guaranteed to drop, I think, is it 1 or 2 energy orbs? I'm not sure. Oh, I'm supposed to kill drones with a melee. How have I gone this long without killing drones with my melee? What? How have I gone that long today without doing that? Excuse me a second, let me just fix that. Is Hearty Nourishment an Exilus? I didn't think it was an Exilus. Ooh! Okay, that could have got me, but he missed. Actually, no, he did hit me. How did I survive that? Must have had some shields left. I was lucky. Do a quick bounce. The other thing that starts spawning more and more, those bloody ancients, they really do mess this build up, I think. At least here. Oh no, a heat proc. Whatever shall I do? I cannot survive a heat proc. That hurts me. Yeah, I think I'm doing just fine on that side. Oh, damn, I was meant to kill that with melee. Whoops, I'll get the next one. Is there another drone around here? Here comes Misery. My gun just got stolen. Let me just grab that, thank you. Nope, did not grab it. Let me try and grab that. Thank you. And Misery's dead. Thanks for playing, Misery. It was a pleasure. Got some armor strip those, my bad. Yeah, I would say this build is working. I'd say this build is working. Oh, it's Sarafang reprint. Oh yeah, I can't kill those ones yet. I need to deal with that, and then we can kill them. Oh, he's not stripped. Now he is. There we go. My life support is about to run out though. And my sentinel has died. Oh, there's everything spawning at once now. And I'm no longer picking up stuff with vacuum. Because on this mission, sentinels do just die for some reason. But at least, you know, we can pick up light support. There we go, got the third drone with the melee kill. Can still pick up with a feast. Yeah, feast does drag in stuff a little bit. It's not amazing. But feast does drag in a little bit. It's like... yeah, I managed to get the core there, but I was focused on it the whole time. No, 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 no. Ooh, that nearly got me. That nearly took me. Ah, that one got me, damn it. Where is the energy leech? What? Stood there, little hidey little shit. Little hidey shits. Do that. Armor strip everything. Grab some extra fuel. I mean, this doesn't feel like steel power whatsoever, does it? Also, I'm not using AoE. I mean, that's true. Yeah, I'm using the Fulmin. Just because I like using the Fulmin. I like aiming from time to time. Believe it or not. If I was using the Panzerwolperpfeiler, I would not be in a situation of, oh no, my character is dead. That's the thing. I'd say that this build's working. This build doesn't need additional energy adding to it. This is just working as is. Because by using the pulverized armor strip, it's basically free. Oh, sorry, no, it's not basically free. It is actually free. Because compared to regurgitate, I'm not even throwing out the enemy that I would be doing with regurgitate. So I'm casting feastless too. Because your leeches shouldn't attack without line of sight. I don't think they do attack without line of sight. It's just they like to use cover. Okay, there's slightly excessive amount of bouncing there, but you know. Oh! Beautiful, beautiful damage output there. Beautiful bonuses. Yeah, love to see it. What do you mean the Fulmin doesn't have a headshot multiplier? Look at this. Yeah, I'm seeing headshot multipliers right there. Yeah, that's it. Headshot, headshot, headshot. No headshot multipliers. Come on, Zom. If you're going to tease me about the weapon, you at least tease me correctly. No headshot multipliers on the shotgun mode. And you can still add them with Deadhead. Bounce. No armor for all of them. We got another baddie inbound, another one of the, what do we call them? Acolytes, that's the word. Where's he at? Where's he at? Where's he at? There he is. Bounce. There he isn't. Life support a teeny tiny bit low again, so let me just fix that. What up? Quick recast of Nourish, quick rebounce of this. Get some more of that going on. Good. Lots going on at once there to try and keep abreast of. I failed because there is an energy leech on me at the same time. Alright, there we are. Life support is, again, a little bit low, but we got through. We're going to take this to 20 minutes and we should be good there. Oh, not with the energy leech. Piss all the way off. Like, not just slightly, all of the way off. Seriously, no one likes you. And you too as well. Just explode. And now we're going to have a sentient incursion. There's a lot happening in this mission. What's the difference between Basma and Fulmin? Quite a few letters. Maybe even a number or two. They're different weapons. Oh, who stole my weapon? You are dead. Not big surprise. Even after energy leech, bar almost instantly filled? Yeah. Let's just immediately deny that one. Because screw that. Free up my health. Being able to cast Grendel's abilities whilst in meatball mode does add a lot to it as well. It's not a huge difference, realistically. Because you don't want to be staying in meatball for too long unless you just mean travelling. But it does make it smoother to play. I can just launch myself, do that, switch back, kill everything. Yeah, all of Grendel's abilities can be cast whilst in meatball form. However, Helminth abilities cannot be directly cast. Apparently you can cast Eurydice Accolade Augmenting whilst in meatball form, so that's a thing. I'll need to test that. Otherwise, yeah. Helminth abilities are a no-go. Grendel abilities are a yay-go. People also has health regen. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's got loads of features. It's got damage. It's got armor strength. We can relist those again if we want. But in terms of both solo survival and damage output, this is doing good. I don't know how everyone else feels about it, but I'd say this is doing pretty good. The only real improvements I could make to this would be to add on a Decaying Dragon Key for shield gating purposes. Happy about it. I think I need to sneeze. Excuse me. Didn't really want to take my eye off the computer there. The fact that Pulverize is completely free if you've got enemies in your gut, and only has a drain cost if you haven't, is actually kind of mad to me. Like, 50% base armor strip in an AoE, and there's no cost if you have just one enemy in your gut. Am I the only one that feels like that's a crazy amount of support? On top of the heal, on top of the mobility, on top of the knockdowns, and the token amount of damage. Am I the only one that feels like that's maybe a little bit much? Like when you get into the when you get into the flow of it, it actually just kind of slaps. All about Basmove? Alright. I don't know who brought up the Basmove, but fair enough. They're different weapons. What can do bounce? Bounce! The bounce makes it an AoE. Without the bounce, Pulverize is pretty underwhelming, not gonna lie. If you do bounce, it's lovely. Alright, we're about to hit the 20-minute mark. Here they are. Bounce, strip the armor. They're both doing the laser beams at the same time, so we just keep rolling. Oh, hello, Malice. Okay. Sure, yeah, let me just roll out of that. Energy support, thank you. What? There is a lot happening at once all of a sudden. It's a lot to kind of process here. Can I deal with you now? Thank you. Oh wait, I didn't deal with you. There's something else that died. Recharge! And now we get rid of that one. Drop a bomb. Will that bomb kill it? That bomb killed it. Okay, cool. Whew. That was a lot happening at once. I'm just going to leave now. I'm going to take that, and then I'm going to leave. Well, sayonara, suckers. Okay, hit the wall there. That cost me more momentum. I am losing momentum on landing, actually. Someone mentioned. Yeah. What's happening in the simulacrum? Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, there we go. Yeah, you see that. Yeah, there it is. Not happening now I've got no enemies in my gut. Ooh, maybe that's the difference. That is a bug then, if that's true. Let me... I know I said I was going to leave, but let me go find something to swallow. There we are. And now if I... And now with enemies in my gut, if I hit the ground, I lose my momentum. Yeah. Ah, okay. There's the issue. There's the issue someone was experiencing earlier. Enemies in gut ends momentum on land. Oh no, the air has run out. Whatever shall I do in my healing meatball? Yeah, no, that is... Look at that. That's terrible. The way that stops dead there. There's no questioning that. That is an issue, yeah. I'll report that one. Well, let me save that right there. Then because of Lure textures, it might be a Lure one. If it is a Lure texture one, that still needs sorting out, but I don't think it's a Lure one, no. Also, it stopped happening when I didn't have enemies in my gut. So yeah, there we are. That's what causes it. It's having enemies in the gut. That creates a momentum bug. There we go. Probably didn't notice also because catapult spam. Yeah. This is why recreation steps are so important, Pippi. This is why recreation steps are so important. Calling out what's there so we can see, okay, what do we need to verify? What's different? What's necessary to have happen to cause a bug? And in that case, we discovered it was having the enemies in the gut. So now that is a reportable bug. I will be doing that after stream. If someone didn't take a clip of that, I'll have to go back and find a clip of it. But I've got the recording on my computer as well. Anyway, on to the topic of what we can do with Grendel to improve on this then. We are managing quite well with the energy there with no energy generators whatsoever, which is actually really damn good. So this slot doesn't need to be energy generation on this particular build. I've got the 2 Auger mods there, so if I was using a Decaying Dragon Key, then I would be able to fully shield gate, because that would give 80% versus, you know, just no shields. Oh, this is a bit of a essay. Engineer, would you happen to know the spawning rules for the Kuva Thrall during the Murmur hunt? I found them to be super inconsistent before and after rework. Sometimes even killing everything, exploring the whole map, get 10, other times 5 to 7 actual spawns. Have not seen information going into detail on it other than wiki hinting that it may be RNG based. Yeah, there's not really detail that's been published on it, Chris Polo, because there isn't detail to be gleaned. To my knowledge, they are roughly tied to the number of enemies you kill. So I've noticed myself on some nodes, I was getting one roughly every 15 to 20 kills. So there is some tie to that. There seems to be a thrall limit per node. And once you reach that limit, then no more thralls are going to spawn, even if you've got more mission to go. So that can affect it as well. The length of the mission to allow you to get that many to spawn can affect it. So shorter missions like captures can lead to fewer of them spawning. And that sometimes can lead to the node not being cleared because you've got so many additional thralls left in the thrall cap, as it were, you can redo the mission. So it's kind of a bit all over the place. Kind of a bit all over the place. Yeah. Maybe put Archon Intensify in that slot? You've seen it now, haven't you? Yeah. So you say about getting to 100% armor strip, but that's the thing, Penguin, is that we're already near enough there anyway. Because like this is already 115%, and that's too much anyway, because we've got corrosive projection. On this, with corrosive projection, the 77% base, plus the 18% for corrosive projection, this is at 95% armor strip already. In fact, to be more accurate... Yeah, it's exactly 7%, yeah. So we're at 95% armor strip already. When this triggers, we get an additional, what's that, 30% armor? No, 15% armor strip, which puts us over the limit. And likewise, Mortal Wented, once that's kicked in, just enough to get us, like, 1/6 of this. 1/6. So we're looking at 16.667%, divided by 0.24, 69. So at 70 kills, once we got 70 kills, we don't even need this to trigger, and this will always be a total armor strip. Boom, job done. Use combat discipline, more CC, more crit chance. I'm always being shot at. That's part of the idea of the build, is that I'm still taking damage. I'm not hiding from the damage, it's just I survive the damage. Could use overextended. So that's the thing, overextended takes a hell of a lot out though. That is a problem. Because overextended, there we go. If I put overextended into here, now this is down to 47%. It's affecting the bonuses that we're getting from this, the energy generation bonuses. Everything is impacted significantly here. This particular build, just slotting that in wouldn't do it. I know I could go for blind range, but I have a build that's focused on a low efficiency build already. This is meant to be a higher efficiency one. Yeah, multiple augmented with break even fully stacking wise, but that's still massively hampering that until you got to that 250 kills. And even then it's only breaking even. Once you put that all together, effectively this will give us 30%, this gives us 90%, so we get to what's it, 184%. So we can get to the full armor strip while this is procced, but only while that's procced. Do you need that much range? Good question. And that much range is useful. On this one, we got a radius of 200, I wish, of 26.25 meters on Pulverize for the AoE damage and therefore AoE armor strip. If we have this one here, this one goes up to 39.75. The downside on this build is that it has the let's say the reduced efficiency. The reduced duration is just because I've not primed this as yet. I would like to prime it, but I don't know if that's going to be a clever idea. I need 5 drain to fit that without a polarity, which would mean that I'd need to form this and that, and that feels like a problem as well. So if a V polarity thing could go into here, that would be ideal. I don't know what I want to put into there. Not using any Umbral mods? No, Umbral mods aren't worth it on Grendel. Oh yeah, you can get more health. Yeah, you can go for 77% strength, but you're going to need Umbral Former to make that happen, and then you're locked into Umbral builds. It just doesn't seem worth it to me. Just doesn't seem worth it. The armor that it gives you is terrible. Prime continuity. There you are, Penguin. I think that's 2 for 2. Didn't you also not notice the other Archon mod? I know we're not used to me using Archon mods, but yeah, it's there as well. Natural talent? Would natural talent really offer a lot? Isn't regurgitate armor reduction enough? It's in a small area. Look at this segment. On this particular build here, regurgitate costs 50 energy to affect a 10 meter area. Or 10 meter radius, I should say. Whereas this one costs 0 energy, not 50, but 0, to affect 2.5 times the radius. And for those of you who know your basic geometry equations, 2.5 times the radius is a hell of a lot more area. Transient Fortitude? I don't know if I really want to reduce the duration on this, just for a bit more strength. Feast is slow to cast? Is Feast that slow to cast? Oh, let me get a feel for that one. It's never felt slow to cast to me. Let's give it a feel for that one. I suppose it would also make the casting of what's it called? Nourish faster. That could be worthwhile.
You are a true hunter. Where would the sanctuary be without you?
Let's have a gander. Let's feel with and without natural talent. Let's see which one feels better. Or rather, let's see if it feels important enough. This is only going to be a vibe because I'm not going to take this into a full mission. But bear in mind, we just did a whole mission without it. It wasn't exactly the end of the world. Streamline for more efficiency? Oh, no, no, no. Definitely don't need Streamline. Streamline is completely pointless on this because with 0 energy support whatsoever, we still handle just fine. And energy support, even a small amount, it's actually really easy to come by. So no, Streamline doesn't need to happen. So let's do first without Natty Talent. See how it feels. First without. So it's got that, and then feels like that. Nearest hatred or Amar's hatred. We can have a look at those in a sec. Natural talent. Let's redo the same. That didn't feel any different. See, now that being a lot quicker, that's probably worthwhile. That being quicker, it might be worthwhile. And does it affect the switch speed? Oh. Is that faster? Is that faster? Hold on. Is that faster? Bro, you're like right in the way. That's faster, yeah. That is definitely faster. Okay, yeah, natural talent might be the pickup there then. Yeah, that is a lot faster. That is so much smoother. I love that you can just spam this now. If you get bored at extraction, if you're waiting for someone, definitely just spam that. You don't even need an enemy to do it, just spam it. So the way you can just bullet jump into that. Slide out of it. Bullet jump in, slide out. Yeah, I think Natural Talent is a good pickup here. Natural Talent does feel like a good pickup on that one. I'm happy with that. Someone did suggest the Hatreds. Whatever. Nearest Hatred plus health and ability duration. 15% duration, a little bit of health. Yikes. Increased damage on slam attacks. Does that? Surely not. Surely not. 347. Yep, definitely 347. There's no way this is going to work. No way. Where'd it go? 347. Never mind. Come on, DE. Why? No fun allowed in this game. No fun allowed. Alright, and the Nutmiles Hatred, 15% ability strength and a little bit of armor. The little bit of armor is pointless, so we can just ignore that. Ability strength, 15% we really don't need. I mean, 15% is not going to be worth losing that natural talent. And teleport to a target within 10 meters when using a heavy attack. You're not using Grendel for spy missions. I mean, I have a video where I literally did, but otherwise... that's not important. So, yeah, I'm going to skip on the Hatreds. I'm going to skip on those ones. Honestly, this build just feels like it kind of fits. What's replaced with using shards? Well, I mean, some shards can go into giving you some energy max. Grendel is definitely a frame that can use it. Just to kind of secure him a little bit more. Because you don't need a full flow on here. But a little bit extra, nice pickup. Casting speed is a good pickup. In terms of the other options, I mean, you could throw on some more duration. That wouldn't hurt you. Because he is a bit on the low side on duration, because we're not wanting to focus that. There are other more important stats in building him. So yeah, going for a bit more duration with your red shards, that would be a good pickup. Otherwise, just general primary, secondary melee bonuses. Those always are nice, depending on what you're using them for. Out of the ambers, aside from the casting speed, what are the other options again? What are the other options? Oh yeah, you got the efficiency on energy orbs. I mean, do you really need it? This is efficiency on energy orbs right here. Do you really need more? I mean, really need more. Particle velocity for a speedy meatball? I mean, if you want to. How much does that affect it? Hold on. Sorry, let's just use consequence for headshot test. Exo Goxad officers, because why not? Alright. So, normal movement speed with sprint on. Alright. Bop. Is that faster? Is that faster? Well, if it's faster, we're about to feel a slowdown. I don't feel it. No, because the bonus has run out and I'm still kind of rocking. No, that doesn't feel faster. I'm still rocking here. No, the parkour isn't a thing for him. Doesn't seem like it. Do we have the bug now? Also queue of enemies in our guts. What bug is that, Surya? You're going to have to do more than just name a bug, because I don't actually browse the Warframe forums about all the bugs out there. But yeah, it doesn't seem like that was doing anything on that one. So parkour velocity would be a no. I wish I could see the shard options from here. That'd be nice, but not a thing. Speed stop by Grendel. Oh yeah, that's... Oh wait, we can test if that happens here. Yeah, let's do that. Test if that happens in Simulacrum. What happened there? Oh. No. Ooh. It's not happening here, no. No, it doesn't seem to be happening here. That's interesting. Okay. Well, that's something we can narrow down then. Solve the builds. Is this going to be made into a video? I've decided I'm not going to cover Grendel in a video because no one cares about him whatsoever, and that was all complete bullshit, yeah. My next video is going to be on Grendel. Next one is going to be on Grendel. Alright. I'm going to need to keep it to relatively high level because otherwise I will kill the enemies just rolling, so hopefully this won't hurt too much. Let's get a nice open space. Let's do Mars. Mars has some nice big open spaces. Bit of change of scenery as well. I got you good. Nailed it. Nailed it. Oh yeah, definitely going to be covering Grendel. Got the most of the detail already wrapped up. Alright. Nom! Nom 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 nom. Thank you. Howdy. All needed. Bye bye. Oh, here we are. No. Not happening here at the moment. Nope, that's fine. And you can't say that this is flat terrain here. Ooh, I'm being shot at. My energy. No, plus. No, this is not having the issue, is it? That's strange. Okay. Is it lure related? Is it lure related, or is it that there are certain tiles it's related to? Retest lure? Yeah, it does seem like the right play here, doesn't it? That is a Cuban Fortress. Let me try that again. Well, this is why I clicked the bloody Cuban Fortress. I'm quite clearly mousing over lure right there. There, lure. There it takes me off lure. As I get closer to lure, it takes me off. And then it puts... Plus. Bruh. Bruh. Alright, Depippy, where did you have the issue then? Because you've experienced this. Where else did it happen to you?
These foes deserve your respect. Honor them with quick deaths, and I with your victory.
These foes deserve your respect, he says. Meanwhile, Grendel.
Enemy supply caches in the area, but I am unable to pinpoint their exact location.
I mean, this is a very smooth surface. This is a very smooth surface, and look at the way that stops. Donk. 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 Well, that was a doorway, but still. Donk. And then if I nourish myself on this one, and nourish again just to kill it. Now we try what happens.
Oculists, if they scan you, sentient fighters won't be far behind.
Oh, still not? What? That didn't happen before. It didn't happen there. Ooh. Oh! Okay, no. I take it back. It's not the enemies. I agree, Grendel. Okay, let's piece this together. When I did a smaller jump, it didn't stop, but I did a bigger jump and it did stop, so oh, wrong button. So it was something to do with the heaviness of the slam. Have that extra energy. If I do this, and now I can't recreate it. Yeah, now I just can't seem to recreate it. Okay, let's grab some enemies. Just so my energy drain can stop happening, that'd be great. There, now it's happening again, easily. Is it going to happen out here, or is here just not big enough? No, here again, easy. And there again, easy, okay. So someone said maybe it's if you feast while pulverized. Let me go out and back in. Oh, okay, okay. We might be on something. Not happening. Not happening. Okay, okay. Didn't get any energy from those guys, which is a bit sad. So now that it wasn't happening all that time, let's... I need more energy. Good, there we go. So now let's do this with no enemies in my gut. Cast Feast. I've just casted Feast. And there it is. There it is. There it is. Get some more energy. Thank you. Now it shouldn't happen again because I've recast without feasting. And it doesn't seem to be happening. So if you cast Feast whilst in Pulverize, like that, and there's the stop. Dead stop. Dead stop. Yeah. And if I uncast and recast, no more dead stops. There we go. That narrows it down. Let's try that on another mission. Let's try this on another mission. This used to happen even before the rework. Could you still cast everything during Pulverize? But yeah, let's try that on the Mars mission again, where it wasn't happening before because we probably didn't have the right circuit set up. Ah, good old testing, eh? Good old testing. I don't blame QA for missing this one. No, fair enough. I didn't use Grendel hugely pre-rework, so yeah, fair enough.
Your weapon made music.
Alright, so again.
And the enemy calls
No dead stop. No dead stop. No dead stop. No dead stop. Okey-dokey. Feast. Oh, straight away. Yeah, don't mind the meatball, mate. Don't mind the meatball. Yep, there it is again. Yep. There it is again, yeah. So if we come in at a hard enough angle, and it does seem to be angle related, but if we come in at a hard enough angle, or maybe if it's a flat enough surface, yeah, we're getting it up the slope. Are we getting it down the slope? Yeah. Yeah, so we just come in hard enough, having cast Feast while in Meatball, momentum gets stopped a lot of the time. Well, that's a thing. Isn't this intended gameplay? No. No, it's not. There we are. That pretty confidently nails that one down. We can definitely submit that as a bug report. That shouldn't be working like that. Hey, Kenji, did you know you have the highest view count on Warframe here on Twitch? Ah, damn, we need to do better than that. We need to do better than that. Only highest? Shit. Definitely should do better than that. Feel like QA shouldn't miss that one. Well, the thing is that first you have to notice that you're dead stopping, which plenty of people probably haven't. Second, you need to realize that it's happening consistently for one reason or another. We took a moment to figure it out there, and even then, I already dismissed it as could not reproduce. Before discovering, oh wait, actually there it is happening, and someone had highlighted that there was an issue to notice, then I could start piecing together, okay, why is it happening? Because I've been testing Grendel for this, that, and the other already and didn't even notice it. So yeah. Something related to hard landings, which is related to the slam damage he does, because that's when the slam would occur. So yeah, hefty impact. Having cast Feast while in Pulverize leads to dead stop. Bug reportable. And as Zom says, yeah, they might also already be aware of this bug. Their QA may have found it, but not found a fix in time for it to be released. That's also a thing that could have happened. That is absolutely also a thing that could have happened. Let's face it. Their dev team didn't find enough time to correct some of the things on Varuna, like the fact that it says you have an increased status chance, but actually not quite how it works, is it? It sets your status chance. Or how the buff duration doesn't show that it's buffed by duration, even though it is. So, you know, there are things they just haven't got around to fixing, which we know they are aware of. But at least we have now figured out exactly the cause. And so it goes to show, if you've cast Feast during Pulverize, if you want to avoid the bug for now, uncast and recast Pulverize. Job done. That's your fix. That is your fix. And if you want to cast Pulverize faster, Natural Talents allows you to go blip, 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 pretty damn quickly. Yeah, that works. That absolutely works. Alright, so build finishing. This one I'm satisfied with. We've got all the hallmarks of a good build here. This one, thanks to the efficiency, doesn't actually need any additional energy support whatsoever. It just operates. And that is great. That means we can use Arcane Avenger and Molt Augmented to get the extra strength, to get the extra crits, to make this a powerful build all round. This just works. You throw on the, Decaying Dragon Key as well. The shield will be low enough that these two will allow for total shield restoration, even from Feast, because Feast 25 energy. Multiply that by 0.8, you get 20 shields generated. 0.8 because 80% conversion from these two working together. 75 shields, divide that by 4, you get 18.75. Easy mathematics there, you don't need a calculator to do that one. I just did. So that's definitely fine. So, this one then, slight changeover. Energy Cipher doesn't need to be a thing here, but it is presently on there. Yeah, because that is a dash. Here's the problem, that's a dash polarity. But continuity, and I want primed on here, is a V polarity. How about combat discipline aura? Not necessary. You can use it, but I wouldn't say it's necessary. Having corrosive projection here means that this is full stripping sooner. Why not forming the Exilus? I mean, I could. The problem with forming the Exilus is then I have to basically say to people, oh, well, you can put other things into here, but then it affects this build. That build gets downgraded otherwise. But you're right, I could form that one myself. Because, I mean, is anyone going to need to use drift mods? Dash on the Auger slots? I know, but that's going to take down 3 there, 6 there. That's 6 total, yeah, 3 and 3, down for 6, which then would allow continuity to be prime continuity. That's another 2 former to get to that point, and that makes it very strict. Do we have any better Exilus options? Yeah, that's a good question. What else would we want to put into there, actually? Master Thief is a no. Firewalker, we're not using the parkour bonuses really, so that's a no. Maglev, no. Rush, I think we've got enough speed. We're fine there, so we don't need that. Preparation, no. Amar's Anguish, no. Catapult. Catapult actually is a valid selection, because some people are going to want to use that. Because that's a scratch polarity. Or Xeneric polarity, however you want to call it. How much will natural talent cost if it's against polarity? Good question, actually. Let's test that. Use that to grab it. Oh. Why has it been like this? Just give me an empty spot I can drop things into so I don't lose my place. 9 goes to 11. It's only +2, actually. That's a good shout. Penguin. Penguin, that's a very good shout. It's only +2. As we can see there, it goes from 9 to 11. And for that matter, then, does this go up? Oh, it's 10 to 9. It's also +2. Fair enough, that's a thing. So yeah, we have got the capacity here for that to be a V polarity and to allow that to work. Penguin, you're a genius. 3 times the charm, Penguin. You missed the Archon mods twice, but you did catch the polarity. I'll give you that one. 3 times the charm. Let's do that. Ooh, let's do the correct polarity. Up. There we go. And that allows us to go for the primed. In fact, that allows us to go for Archon continuity on this one. Do we need the corrosive procs? Probably not. In fact, you're very rarely going to be using Regurgitate anyway, so you don't need the corrosive procs. But hey, we can flex. We have it. We can flex. It's a thing that we can do. First build doesn't have max adaptation on it. Yeah, I'd recommend just not having max adaptation on there. Because you don't need to have a max adaptation, although I've still got a point available so you can max it out. So there we are, it doesn't even matter, Kingdom Ice. It doesn't even matter, but yeah, you don't need to max out adaptation because you still get to the same 90% max. 18 seconds is a long enough duration. Save yourself the extra point of capacity, or 2 points if you're not polarizing it, in most cases. But yeah, there we go. Job's a good one. I didn't think I would be putting a triple V polarity onto Grendel, but there we go. Triple V polarity does seem to be the order of the day. We got that maximized duration for single slot bonus without nerfing out our other stats. We got the range and the strength. The efficiency there is such that, again, those two, Decaying Dragon Key, you are going to fully restore yourself. You can't do it with just one of them. I don't think that's enough of Feast to heal you to full shield, so you still need the 2 Auger mods for that. But I mean, 2 Auger mods, what's it going to hurt you? You get strength, you get range. Nothing wrong with that. So I think that should do us just fine. Hello, Kadoma, coming on in with a party of 57. Welcome in everyone from Kadoma's stream. How are you all doing today? Kadoma, in case you haven't met them before, for those of you who are here and not gone over, wait, you have. We always raid over? Well, not always. We have frequently raided over. All the same, I get to use the shout-out command, and that is always fun. Kadoma definitely deserves a shout-out. And I appear to have done it wrong. Let me try it again. Oh, yeah, it's slash. There it is. There it is. So if you aren't already following Kadoma, then there you go. There is a very easy way to just click the button at the top of your chat screen to get a follow, and then you will know when they're live. You're very welcome, Kadoma. Stream going all right. Hope yours has gone well as well. Welcome in everyone that's just coming over there. I see we got Fire Sentinel, Chinny Man, to Elizabeth, to DJ Sam Stormwind. Interesting, no? Yeah, welcome in one and all. We've been having a look at our fat boy here, because who doesn't feel like a sphere after Christmas dinner, eh? Who doesn't feel like they're just bloated? And if you're not feeling like that, you're probably not eating enough Christmas dinner, because it's lovely stuff. We're having a look at Grendel, and it's... Zom. Really? Really gonna do this, me, Zom? Alright. So this is Grendel on a good day. This is Grendel, as everyone likes to see him on the stream here. This is a Grendel of class, of dignity. A Grendel that really embodies the idea of sumo. But there is another Grendel. A second Grendel. A Grendel that hurts the eyes and the soul. It is Fairy Grendel. It's a Fairy Grendel. This monstrosity is what happens when people demand that I learn how to do fashion. Because I disagree on it being that important. I will shove my ass in your face and call it pretty.
Fairy Grendel, the best thing to happen to the wings ephemera.
Well, but thank you very much for resubscribing 5 months. Appreciate it, my dude. And, I mean, it's certainly one of the things that has happened to the wings ephemera. Of the many things that have happened to it, this is one of them. I have yet to decide if it is the best or the worst or somewhere in between, but that on top of the wisp animation just really sells it, doesn't it? This just really sells it. So that'd be Fairy Grendel. There is the good Grendel. There is the bad Grendel. And Sonic, I guess. And Sonic, yeah. That is a thing. And that is why Fairy Grendel isn't out on the channel here, because that monstrosity is never going anywhere. That monstrosity, no matter how many reworks Grendel may ever get, and he doesn't need any more now, but no matter what may happen with Grendel, there will always be a Fairy Grendel. And on that note, chat, I think it's about time we do a platinum giveaway, because there's one of those unfortunate moments of Raiden times. I'm sure I do this to you as well, Kodoma. This is unfortunately about the time that I actually wrap up. In fact, I usually wrap about 7 minutes ago. Whoops. It's fine. We're doing fine. So we're going to do the platinum giveaway. And now, if you haven't yet grabbed yourself the ticket, Raiders, this includes you, exclamation mark ticket in the chat for a chance to win it. An equal chance out to absolutely everyone. So definitely going to give the Raiders a moment here. Definitely going to give all of y'all a shot. Fairy Grendel deserves a follow. Well, thank you. I feel slightly disappointed that that's what gets you to follow. Of all the things I bring to the table, it's Fairy Grendel, but you know what? I'll take it. I'll take it. I think people have followed for worse. We'll just take it at that. Fairy Grendel deserves a subscription. You know, now that I can agree with, Gorilla. That I can agree with. Although I see you've already done as well. So, you know, you got your lovely golden badge there. You've done your bit. Show them Iron Man Rhino. Okay, now that's just terrible. I mean, that's not fashion. That's just sad. We got my normal Rhino. I like the white and gold look, apparently. I got my normal Rhino. And then... yeah, this is just gaudy. I don't have a better word for it. This is just gaudy. I don't like it. But ISGO demands it, so there you go. Iron Man Grendel. Iron Man with iron skin. It's... yeah. Need only one ticket? It's one ticket per stream. One ticket per stream, Hasty Outburst. Everyone only gets one. Not even using the Rabido skin? No. That's your entire colour palette? I mean, fair enough. Red and gold works for some peeps. Don't work for me. Voltamelon? Are we really going to Volt? Alright, we're apparently bringing out all of the terrible appearances today whilst everyone grabs their tickets. So again, my normal Volt. This time not white and gold. My normal Volt actually embodies the concept of copper, which I think works very nicely on him. I do like these colours. They go together quite lovely. And just like these other frames, which have a nice lovely appearance, we then have the Voltamelon. Because again, prior to me putting together that vault, someone complained about my vault prime fashion, and so I made this. How have you never seen it? How have you never seen this before, SGO? This was made back in the Among Us days. This was made partly in honor of Whack and her watermelon with mayonnaise, hence the white that is just kind of wisping off it. That is actually meant to be watermelon with mayonnaise. Because Whack would snack on watermelon with mayonnaise. She swears that the mayonnaise wasn't actually part of it, but she was snacking on the watermelon during Among Us, but I swear there was mayonnaise involved at one point, so, you know, yeah. I'm sure Ordis uses the eye bleed line on me off. I told Ordis to shut up on that line, because he was very correct. I very good know you have Pepto-Bismol Grendel? Oh dear, I don't want to know what Pepto-Bismol Grendel is. I really don't want to know. Anyway, let's put the Voltamillions aside, shall we? Let's, hey look, everyone, a jellyfish. It's fine. You can't be mad at a jellyfish. Or if you can be mad at a jellyfish, bro, what's going on in your life? Choose other things to be mad at. AFK Ninja, that would be my friend Whack, who is nicknamed Whack for a good reason. They are a bit. But they're a brilliant person. She just has questionable eating habits. As does everyone, I suppose, if you dig far enough. As does everyone. On that note, I think that's enough tickets going out. I think everyone who was actually here and listening to grab themselves a ticket has already done so. I noticed Hoverwolf has just grabbed themselves one, so there you are. You get in just at the last, but everyone who has not grabbed yourself a ticket, tough, you've had your opportunity. It is now closed. Which means, chat, to wrap everything up on this side, it's about time to see who is going to be the winner of today's Platinum giveaway. That person today is Valuable Banana. I've got to say, I have seen various banana nicknames. I have never come across someone who identifies as a valuable banana. What makes a banana a valuable banana? Mysteries we will have to answer another time. In any case, Valuable Banana, congratulations, you are the winner of the Platinum giveaway. Yay, they say. So if you could just send me a message here on Twitch, I just need to have your Warframe username and platform. We'll get that sorted out for you. And Mr. or Mrs. or Ms. or whoever want banana. I'm just going to stick with banana. Could I say it's valuable if I don't have to eat it? Valuable if you don't want it. Nope, I ain't got that. And they just got timed out for posting something that looked like a link. What did they put? Oh, username has a dot in it. Fair enough. Yeah, Valuable Banana, can you DM it to me, please? Like, whisper it to me. If you don't know how to do that, I'll send you a message in a moment anyway, so long as I can actually send you a message. In any case, though, chat, unfortunately, that is where we're going to have to wrap it up, and I have it on good authority that Kodama is not streaming right now, so we won't be able to raid them. Don't know what might give me that idea, but, you know, I'm pretty certain they cannot actually, Wait, why is that bit of hair just not... Whatever. I'm about to be off the camera anyway. I've stopped caring. That's just... That's going to annoy me. Okay. Let's see. Who do we want to raid on over to today then, chat? Who can we raid today? That is the pertinent question. I'm just going to have a look at the bits and pieces on my second screen over here. Who can we raid? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Oh, there's a bajillion options, isn't there? There are a bajillion options. You know what? Let's see. We got... Ooh. Okay. I'm going to give you guys 4 options. I'm going to give you guys 4 options on this one. Let's put up a poll. Let's put up a poll. Oh, I've done this on the wrong part of my screen. It's a tiny window, but whatever. Who raid? Did I spell it correctly? Yes, I did. So we have the options of Neonets, as Invasions, I'm just going to go Azen, of Relly, or of Burno, who is actually not a Warframe streamer. Just to make that clear. There we are. Poll is up, chat. Poll is up. Who raid? I'm just going to give you guys a moment on that. Whoever you vote for, that's the one we're picking. Those are your 4 options. We got Neoness, As Invasions, Relly, or Burno, who is actually an Apex streamer. Because why not? they usually don't stream at this time of day, so they're probably doing some kind of marathon stream, and I figured put that on the list. Okay, I'm seeing a pretty clear winner already on this one. I mean, you might swing it. There might suddenly be 10 people that have a very different opinion, but I'm seeing a very clear one so far here. I'm seeing a very clear one here. Trekkie, you're very welcome. Gorilla, you have yourself a happy new year as well. I will be streaming again before the new year, by the way, guys. We have got, what's this, one more stream left this year? Yeah, one. One more stream left this year. That is going to be on Friday, and it looks like it's going to be more of turning Warframes into D&D monsters. If you've not tuned into one of those before now, you should absolutely give it a check out on that in a couple of days' time, because, well, yeah. I'm making progress through it. We're all the way up to... Who is next? I've done Frost. It's Gara next, isn't it? Yeah, it's Gara next. Gamble, thank you very much for the 100 bits. I really do appreciate that. As Ergo Glass has to say there, you have indeed got excellent taste. And we are now raiding over to As and Invasions. Let me just spell this correctly. Ember? No, I've done Ember, Andrew. I've done Ember. How am I spelling this? I've forgotten how to spell As Invasions, which feels really stupid. There it is. I did have it correct. Alright, raid is active. We're raiding over. That is all from me today then, chat. Thank you very, very much for joining in. It has been a wonderful return back from Christmas. And I will see you guys in 2 days' time for some more variety, or in the new year for some more Warframe. Until then, you have yourself a very, very good one. A happy new year if I don't see you until then. Bye-bye from me.